Yeah, there we go. Welcome. Yes, I will move around a little bit of stuff here. I realized what I might actually do quite the opposite here. So, just a second. There we go. That kind of looks okay for me. So, joystick, coffee, check, and some cookies. Well, depending on what you want to call them. Yeah, we actually made some progress last time. We also died a couple of times, if I remember it correctly. And yeah, I did not stream yesterday, by the way. I intended to, but I got a bit of a migraine, so it wasn't too bad, but it was not good. Let's put it that way. So yeah, I kind of had to rest up properly and such. So it's under control now. But yeah, where were we? It's just past lunch. We did get through to the Hardie Boys, if I remember all of that correctly. Ah, yeah, look here. Check Boardwalk for bullet traces. Check Island for bullet traces. Check Land's End for bullet traces. Nice. We got something to do. Make Titus give up Ruby's location. Who the hell is Clasia? I don't remember. Ooh, who's Clasia? Is that the guy behind me? So yeah, but we have some stuff here too. We can start with these three. Then we have all this other stuff that still doesn't really work out. Are you? No, you're not. I mean, I recognize the name Clasia, but I don't remember.
Hi again, Gendarme.
No, precisely.
Bye-bye, Gendarme.
Bye-bye. Well, we get back to that. We can go and check out the boardwalk. Well, yeah. What were they actually talking about there? Boardwalk, Island, and Land's End. Yeah, so that's actually not here. But we'll start to talk with. We'll start with talking to. God damn it! I need that coffee. Yes. Oh, the petanque player is gone. There's, well, one of them.
Officer, care to play a game with the lonely old man? Actually, never mind. Wouldn't be the same.
Where is Renee?
The prick is gone. I can barely believe it. But he's really gone.
Yeah, no. Gone as in dead.
He is trying to retain his jolly facade, but the underlying sadness casts a deep shadow over his wrinkled face.
Hell, most likely. He was an absolute Kent.
How did he die exactly?
His hungry little heart finally gave out. The dock workers found him in the guard booth this morning. wasn't even supposed to be working for another week, but he just had to prove how tough he is.
Oh.
Wait, did he push himself to prove he can pull his weight and doesn't need handouts?
Guess he was about to head home, cause when the dock workers found him, he was wearing civilian clothes and not the Kuketu uniform I saw him in all the time.
Huh.
Sometimes I thought he was wearing it just to piss me off. Now the joke's on him, cause he's gonna be buried without it.
That means the uniform could still be in the guard booth. Something to keep in mind if you really plan to give yourself the real show.
Do you think our conversation about his job pushed him to go out there?
No, René was the most stubborn man in Revachol. Nothing you or I could say would ever push him to do anything. The man was completely immovable.
Was he really that bad?
I repeat, an absolute cunt. Even his old army buddies didn't want him around. He was like an old viper. The only people who could stand to be around him were Jenny and me. She saw something in him when we were just kids, and she never lost sight of it. And I thought if the most beautiful being in the world can love him, then there must be something worth holding on to.
I offer my sincere condolences.
Yes. We are both very sorry for your loss.
It is what it is, part of life really. But to know someone for 79 years, then one day they're just gone. I just don't know anymore. About anything really. But you must need something.
Too bad René's gone. I was hoping to ask him about Maybells.
René wasn't really what you'd call a botanist, officer. And believe me, he didn't like Insulindian lilies.
Wait, Insulindian lilies?
That's their old name, dating back to the time of kings and crests, and all that other stuff he loved so much.
So why didn't he like
There
them?
were many reasons, but mostly it was the communals. They called them the belts of revolution. I guess in the end, the Insulindian lilies were just another piece of the whole Insulinde. The royalists had to surrender to the Mazovian insurgents. It doesn't really matter anymore.
Yeah,
Yes.
let's check if we
What
can.
about René?
No. Ah, yes, we can
We've
ask if you're
hated each
allowed.
other our entire lives. So much, in fact, that... Yes, I loved that angry prick. He didn't deserve it, but I did. You know what his last words to me were?
Probably something mean.
In Guillaume's time, you'd have been shot without trial. That's what he said to me. He lived a cunt, and he died a cunt. Let's leave it at that.
Oh yeah, we can give him the photograph.
Let
That's
me
true.
see.
Oh, sorry.
This was
But yes.
60 years ago. We all went to that parade. Young René looked so happy, and Jenny...
Wait.
I'm
Jenny,
sorry,
what's
officer.
your name?
I just... Thank you. Thank you for this little memorabilia. It really means the world to me.
That was nice. A small thing for us, but invaluable to him. He probably didn't even know René had the photo. Yes, we are both very...
It is what it is.
Yes,
I
we
just
heard
don't
this.
know anymore.
So, bye for now. Damn, if I need to turn that light off, I should see. I have one to my left. Is sometimes a bit annoying. Maybe it has to do with the migraine I had yesterday. Kind of leftovers on that, we'll see. It's not super bright, but it's straight in my eye. Well, almost. Annoyingly enough, at least we can say. So we'll turn it off for a moment, see what it looks like. I don't think it make a whole heap of difference. No, it doesn't. But yeah, let's go. I mean, there might be some investigation needed. Maybe not.
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads, René Arnaud. René left his uniform neatly folded on the table. Generally speaking, it would be dishonorable to take it. But then, it looks like a military uniform, and wearing that is very honorable. So, a conflict of honor, it's up to you.
Sure, take the uniform.
I suppose René is not going to be needing it anymore. It's a bit too colorful for my taste, though.
Yes. Needed for work and all that.
Fantastic. Try not to wear it with other similarly colorful clothes.
Yes, let's have a look at that one. I mean, I know what it looks like, but let's have a look at attributes. +1 to Reverchol and nationhood, proud nationalist, and same with that one now. +1 to reaction speed, vigilance, reaction speed. Usually my pants are very kind of bad, so in different ways. Huh, yeah, perhaps we should try those. Yes, perhaps we should. Jeez. Let me see, I have my empathy shoes on, I think. Empathy, yes. I mean, it probably looks a little bit better with Franco-Nigerian cavalry boots, although they are not the same, so to say, in that way. But yeah, looks a little bit better. Less empathy, that's for sure. I actually have minus on empathy from what? Ah, that one. Yeah. That makes sense. Maybe we don't need this one so much at the moment. We managed to kind of convince the Hardie Boys to be on our, well, I wouldn't say our side necessarily, but close enough. That one can probably work out for now. Yes. Now, what did I actually say? Something about that one precisely. Map. Ah, Klaus, yeah, Miss Orange Disco Dancer. Yeah, that's why the name was so familiar. That's her. I will snack a little bit more here. Keep me going. I mean, I know I just started, but it's kind of lunch, we can call it. Oh, I actually have to, yeah, that's true. I actually have to be at the Martinez waterfront to be able to fast travel. Might work from here. Let's take a quick look. No. Which makes sense because this isn't the waterfront. Yes, I'm running around with the gun out, probably for no good reason whatsoever. But you never know. Map. Now let's go to the fisherman shacks. Although we should probably be closer to the church and the boardwalk and whatever it was. Any traces of gunfire, if we put it that way. So I mean, there used to be an, but yeah, that one is gone since long, I suppose. The Ferris wheel.
There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and a crumpled kebab wrapper in the trash bin. Whoever tossed it here was a heavy smoker. The brand name Red Astra is the black market version of Astra. 2 empty bottles of Tallulah vodka and a can of black. No, there's more in there. Livis strawberry liquor, plus some Pilsner bottles too. Better not pick them up. They seem unhygienic.
A tragedy.
You see traces of mayonnaise and ketchup on it, as well as a tomato wedge. The wrapper reads, Shish Kebab Revachol. It's no older than a day or two. No mold yet. It's hard to concentrate in this.
Yeah. But yes, let's just double check. Check boardwalk for bullet traces. It's just a matter of where on the boardwalk. It looked a bit weird, that, but we'll continue along the boardwalk. Because yeah, there are certainly some good buildings here as well. Can I talk to you? No. Well, yes, but
You see a once bright mural towering above you. A slogan used to intertwine.
yeah. I mean, there is a freaking ladder here. I was kind of interested in that one, but I guess not. Necessity-driven architecture at its finest. It's what we would call functionalism. At least roughly translated from Swedish. It might be some other word. Okay. Well, sure. Well, we certainly already have checked this
A
one
row
out.
of ghostly shades facing crumbling wall.
Precisely.
There's another 7 shades standing 10 meters from
Yeah.
a cold sea.
We don't need that, I guess. Oh, it's raining really heavily. I was like, what the hell is... What's that noise I hear?
Always my pleasure to be of assistance to the RCA.
It's raining. Oops. I'll take the last cookie while we are at it, before my coffee gets cold. Well, not much here as far as I can tell, but I'm not sure if I'm even getting through here, because check boardwalk for bullet traces. Well, that's the boardwalk I would be, or this is the boardwalk, so to say.
That patch of reeds over there, it's a great place to hide something. Kind of out of the way, being so close to the water.
Wait, I can't see anything interesting. What's this about?
Nothing. Just a hunch. The hunch passes, leaving you there, by the old boy bobbing in the water.
Oh crap. In other words, I should have acted differently there. Stupid me. Stupid me. One more. Move on. Yeah, never ignore your weird thoughts. Well, sometimes perhaps. But that was not a good time to do it, I guess. This is someone's home away from home, just like yours. Well, in a way, yes. But they moved into the church now. I saw there was some option there on a fence post. Or... oh, coins. Oh, well, I don't mind. More coins. What's with the green one? Meds. Magnesium. Well, thank you. Let's go and have a bit of a look over here. I mean, I would have opted for the church if I was a sniper. That's for sure. But then there was that creepy guy in the church. Forgot his name. Not this guy. He's creepy enough, but in a totally different way. Yeah, I can't really see him here anymore. I could have talked to Noid, perhaps. Perhaps he actually would have known something. Nothing more around this boardwalk part, at least. This one is still probably
old door,
quite
moored by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while. You see a handle.
Could this structure have been used to take the shot?
From here to the whirling, I can't see how. The church is in the way.
What is this thing anyway?
It's military. The washerwoman mentioned a depot at the coast. She said it was for moving ammo and cargo across the bay. This might be it.
Mm-hmm.
It may have been used to serve as an aerostatic battleship in the atmosphere, or a fortification, like a sea fort in the bay.
The church is in the way, you say. And yes, I was kind of interested in the church, by the way, but...
Is there something here that would indicate a sniper used this place as a nest for taking the shot? Just some urban detritus, a bottle, and a dilapidated old comms tower. In the distance, you can hear the breakers roar.
I don't see it, Lieutenant W. Freitor. I don't see a person take a shot here and hit something there, in the whirling rags.
Maybe the silent climbed the comms tower.
It's not possible to climb that ladder, and even if it were, why? There's no platform up there to aim from.
Precisely. Maybe the campfire
Warm
was
his
used.
hands before pulling the trigger? Perhaps, but anyone could have made this. The coast is specked with fire this time of year. Truthfully, this seems like a very poor choice to take a 1.2 kilometer rifle shot from. Visibility is awful. There's water vapor everywhere. I think we can rule out biddable prime, was it?
Mm-hmm.
There, 1.2 kilometers over the cold water of the bay, through a thick snowstorm melting flake by flake in the waves, you see the smallest rectangle, barely visible. A glowing light on the third floor of the whirling in rags. With binoculars, you would see a young woman's shape move behind the glass, her limbs long and slender.
What about the cigarette butts?
A smoking assailant who favors Timotiri to Astra or Joanne? Cigarette butts are everywhere. This is a common brand for all men.
Timotiri was a Revacholian colony on Ilmaran. The Suzerainty's population was mostly Ilmaran Areopagites, up to 97%. The region was known for its tobacco export, hence the name.
Yeah, enough about
Nothing
that.
is unimportant, detective.
Those?
Let's.
was a
I want to know a
Revacholian
lot
colony,
more
only
about this.
two. The butts you saw had a silhouette of a boy wearing a coffee hat, a tobacco picker. This boy is the Timotiri brand logo. Contemporary Revacholians prefer Juan, a local blend from the southern islands, or Astra, a legendary cigarette from Grad. Timotiri is favored by older men who like its old-fashioned paper filter tips, insane amount of tar, and the sweet smells of colonialism and halva.
So it wasn't that much. It's good. It wasn't ridiculous amounts of information. So okay, we are ruling this B prime out. Was it? It's probably correct to do so. Kim. Boardwalk rises to the south. Yes, yes. Indeed it does. I'm not sure what that had to do with anything. Maybe it didn't. Oh, it was just Kim. go down this road. I've probably been here already. Yes. I think we have. Well, we have been there millions of times, but I meant today. Yeah, church is in the way. And as I said, yeah, the church could probably be interesting. Because the next problem is, how the hell do I even get to the... Oh, that was Land's End. Okay, okay. Yeah, that's true. That's Land's End. Correct. I remember it now. Boardwalk, though. Should I not have ignored that thought I got earlier? And what can we do about that? But if the church was in the way, then certainly this place would also be in the way. Scared me game. My freaking autosave. Try, you never know. If you find something weird inside. And speaking of that, maybe I should visual calculus. I probably have use of visual calculus, so I guess we'll stick with those. I was thinking if I have something perception friendly. I mean, I have the boots on, they give me better perception actually, so that's something. I guess not. I guess I might have good perception stuff on me already. We can put that one away, by the way. Can actually use this one, who knows? Well, we've been here already, so hopefully nothing new here. But yeah, let's see if we just quickly go back into these areas here. No, not really. No. Yeah, where did I get that aha thingy from the boardwalk? It was over here, and unfortunately it probably doesn't come back then. It was to the... yeah, down. Oh no, it was over here by the buoy. Yeah. Well, damn it. Damn it, I say, damn it. And the island, I'm not sure I can even get to the island they were talking about. So probably not. By the way, these pallets earlier, there was something there, but I guess it was just money or something like that. Found earlier, a long time ago. Yeah, no. Nothing here.
Yes?
Kim doesn't even have anything to say. Which kind of suggests that either that, well, this isn't the boardwalk we are talking about, or, yeah, you should have listened to yours. Inland Empire, was it? Was it my Inland Empire? I think it might have been my Inland Empire talking there earlier. So maybe we can improve that. Maybe not. I think we might be able to do that with... Certainly with something. It's just a matter of... Yeah. Those ones, for example. Let's see if we get another try at this. Probably not. No. Nope, nope. Oh, god damn it. I mean, we have, but that's not really part of the boardwalk. Well, who knows, who knows. The fishing village is, as I see it, not part of the boardwalk, but that's how I see it. I'm not deciding. I guess you might not have.
Wrong corner.
There's no.
Yeah, let him sleep it off. On the other hand, we can probably just check.
The legend returns. You know the deal, legend man. Smoke's a smoky.
Tequila sunset.
Yeah, never mind. But yeah, using the flashlight in these kinds of areas, that might be a good idea.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you.
I probably should check my own house, because, well, who knows?
A brisk coastal wind still howls against the window of the shack. Occasionally, the waves crawl in under the foundation, producing a low hum.
Listen.
The room feels muffled, like you pulled your hat over your ears. Outside, it is cold and windy, but you're inside, and it feels safe and warm.
What is this place to you?
Ah. It's my new hangout, where I could silently sit, drink and die while looking at the waves rolling. My former base for the coastal part of the operation. Yes, it's free. That's good enough. I could live here. Looks like this is my new home. Wonder where the old one went.
Overhead, you hear the forlorn shriek of
We go with the forward base.
Far below the birds, a wooden boardwalk filled with abandoned stands, tables and benches, echoes from a long-lost time.
I mean, he's almost off the booze by now.
A middle-aged man
Let me
stands
check,
in a rundown
drink
shack
off the
on the edge of a
coffee.
fishing village, listening to the heater hum on the wall.
Thank you, strange sensation, for a fair assessment of the current situation. No, wait, I changed my mind. I want to choose again.
There is no going back. Outside, the howl of the wind has picked up. The waves crash against the stilts again. It's as if you think the thought, but in someone else's voice.
Look under the floorboards.
Oh. Look under the floorboards. Yeah, I would be happy to do that, but
An old mirror hangs on the wall.
Let the mirror be. How do we even do that?
The bed is comforting.
Do I need like interfacing or something? Don't I have pretty good interfacing? Yeah, I probably do, yes. Did this one reduce something? Reaction speed, yeah, that's okay. Can probably live with that. Look under the floorboards. Yeah, I would be happy to do that. Well, you know what? We might need a pry bar for that. But it didn't really give me any hints as to one or the other, so to say. So, hey. That's slightly annoying.
Our tenant, the policeman.
Huh. Look under the floorboards. Well, I'm kind of tempted. If you just would give me the option. Which you don't really do. Of course, it might not be under these floorboards, but I would think so. What was I thinking? I was thinking, let's get rid of the torch. No difference. Well, I mean, this is just the shaving stuff, so.
On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, and next.
Yeah, it was. Huh. Okay. Well, there are plenty of other floorboards, but I would guess that they suggested these ones. It didn't really work out.
It's gonna calm down soon. I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast. What's on your mind?
Yeah, what's on my mind? I'm looking for traces of someone shooting at someone else. But yeah, I might have made a stupid decision there, ignoring that thought of mine earlier. Boom, 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 boom. What's this then? Speed. Huh. Well, what do you know? What do you know? What do you know? Certainly have run past there a couple of times. Oops. Thoughts. Shot couldn't have come from here. Trees blocked the way. Oh yeah, you were thinking about the house here. Yes. It's a good thought at least. Now, have we then ruled it out, or? Because I guess we are still on the boardwalk.
It's only a red chair. Just a red chair in an empty shack, with what looked like a dusty bow tie on the shelf. Nothing to see here, right?
Nothing to see here, like. Sounds like we need to investigate it then.
Investigate the blood red chair? You're going to leave it alone, Harry. That's what you're going to do.
No, I think we might investigate. Let's bring out the torch again, just in case. But, well, okay. maybe we couldn't really investigate this place. It seems like. Unfortunately, can I talk to Kim? Not really, I guess. No. So, bummer. I guess we couldn't really do it then. Not that way at least. So, yeah, speaking of that, have we actually ruled out this place then? No, we haven't. No, we haven't. Still on the boardwalk agenda, so to say. Well, this place we've been able to go to a couple of times without anything really interesting here, but we have this shack now. Well, I mean, it's always been here, to be honest. But okay then, nothing. Nothing, I guess. Because the shot certainly could have come from there, I guess. Might as well go out here. One last time, probably. Yeah, check under the floorboards. Interesting. And in particular, perhaps because that we couldn't do it. That was also a bit interesting. So, would you consider this part of the boardwalk? Maybe not. How the hell are we even getting to the island? I'm not even sure what kind of island they are talking about. Oh yeah. Maybe we should talk to... What's her name? That used to party around here once upon a time. Company representative, Wild Pines. Trying to remember all the names here, but yes, Wild Pines representative. It's been a while since we talked with her anyhow, so might as well...
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Wait a minute, I just got the shadows on the water, green plants on the ground surface. Okay.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? What would you like to know? Good.
No, well, it didn't seem like there was a bunch of new stuff here.
Oh?
Mr. Everett helped me find my gun.
Stupendous. I didn't think he'd pull through.
Check it out. No need to flash my gun around, let's just say I have it now, thank God.
Thank God. And indeed, Mr. Everett as well. In this investigation, one may have use for a firearm. You wouldn't want to get caught with your pants down.
No.
Of course, Detective. You can always drop by later. I fear I've told you all I know. Is there anything else I can help you with?
No, I guess not. I was thinking that maybe we could have levied your boat, or whatever you say in English. Not hijacked, but yeah, you know, under official business, so to say. Made use of her boat. Simply.
The door has braved the elements for decades. The key stops midway. The
Yeah, okay.
tenants
Yeah,
keep the lieutenant
sure.
locks first.
Leave. I'm just checking. I mean, this house is kind of in the wrong direction anyhow, I guess. For the shot, I mean. And certainly this one as well, but yeah, sometimes the perspective is in this game is a little bit weird. No, we're not trying to go in there. Oops.
A shift in temperature. The air chills around you. Dust settles on the stony floor.
Rub your sides for
A
warmth.
former architect stands before a slice of window, a room plan in her hand. A cold wave has made the air in the building stand still and frozen, with temperatures falling down to -20 degrees Celsius.
Her face
is red from the cold. She's breathing on her fingers, clasping the plan. Traces of sadness are visible in her expression.
And the plan?
Faint pencil lines on paper depict the same place, but a missing eastern wall connects the room with the neighboring apartment. Ideas for arranging the furniture have been jotted down. It's clean and empty, with new tapestry embellishing the walls. A standard HB graphite pencil has fallen off a three-legged stool in the middle of the room. She had an eye for beauty.
Well, we've got some experience points. I don't mind that. We might need them, after all. Well. Yes, this is where we were supposed to go. I immediately lost track of what I was doing. I mean,
Hello again, officers.
Guess
Have
you
you
might
come
not
to admire
have that
my
much to say. Conceptualization. Yeah, no. Catch you later, Cindy. Oh, well, something. Come on. Okay. Not that much. Not that much. Well, we can check in here a bit quickly. I mean, we've been here, but sometimes I have better perception or visual calculus or whatever, and you find other stuff than you found the first time. Not this time, though. So, not really making that much progress as I was hoping there. Which is unfortunate. I would say. Let's go up to the balcony while we are here, but I doubt that that one has anything to do with this. I mean, can I break in here? Maybe I can. I never even considered it, but until now. I guess not. actually go into his apartment again. I don't know. Might be a good reason for that, or not. But let's go.
This door is made of metal and appears to be no one answers.
Let's go. There's nothing to do here for us.
No, okay, no, we couldn't. Just kidding, just kidding. Let's go then. I wouldn't say that I'm desperate, but I was hoping to make some kind of progress on that part there, determine where the shot came from. But yeah, the island. Not even sure how to get to the island, speaking of. I mean, is it that island to the north there? With a lot of sailboats? Probably, yes. Probably, although that looks like a really weird place to shoot from. To be honest. If you ask me. Considering the directions here on the map. But I'm not saying that the map is entirely 100% correct. Certainly the church and the office buildings, I should say, there on the boardwalk, they certainly all could have been relevant. Yeah, I'm trying to see what's actually depicted here. So, wait a minute. No, it's not where we're supposed to go. Let's see if we can get, I mean, it's one thing that we have, whatever that was. Sorry. There we go. Get rid of that one. Inland Empire. Yeah, but do we have something with visual calculus or perception to have on our head? Logic minus on perception. That doesn't sound good. Minus on visual calculus. Logic. I mean, logic might work as well. Just to give some other options here. Yeah, because most of... we can try that one. But yes, what was I saying? Perception. We have perception boots on already. So that's all fine and good. Oh, this one gives +1 to visual calculus. What does... That sounds good. Yeah, we'll go with that one. There we go. We'll go with that one. That might be good enough for the moment. Or as good as we can get, I would say. Maybe. Conceptualization. Not the most important, perhaps, running around trying to do these kinds of things that we are now doing. On the other hand, yeah, not... Rhetoric isn't really that important either, I guess, right now. Probably not that one either. So yeah, maybe we'll stick to that one. Yeah, we'll do. We'll do that. Kuno. Should we go and talk to Kuno? We haven't done that in a while. He usually doesn't have that much new to say. Let's just check the
dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito. Bullet.
No, we won't kick it. I mean, yeah, one of the first places I would investigate in reality is the house next door here, but maybe we should.
Fuck, does Kuno care?
I do have better stuff for empathy here, but well,
Kuno doesn't.
Not right now. We don't care about that right now.
What do you see?
We've been through all of it. Yes, we have. Yes, we have. Oh, salt. Sound of melting snow dripping off the roof. It's strange, is it? What's so strange with that? You're strange. Dude. But yeah, let's get up on the roof. Speaking of that. Because, yes, there might of course be something weird up here that I haven't discovered yet. Coins. That's always good. Not really what I was referring to, though. Yeah. Not right now, at least. Oh, come on. Don't get stuck. Don't get stuck. Sorry. But yeah, I wonder if we, with all of this knowledge, should...
East Delta Commerce Center. This must be the name.
That wasn't really what I meant to do. Here we are. Let's try and go through this place again. Because we did find some weapons and stuff over here, for example. If I just remember how to get in there. This is where we found the rifle, I think.
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the...
It means there are fire.
He likes this find.
Yeah. Exactly, we done that already.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
Smear your hands with coal. I'm not sure why, but let's do it.
A layer of coal now covers your skin, sinking into the wrinkles. Your hands look ancient. Still, it's good to have this dirt on you. Real men wear coal for makeup. The bear's eyes are dead and empty. Ice in...
Been here, done that. But yeah, what I was thinking here is that, well, it's a building with windows directly towards yeah, you know, the Whirling in Rags. That's the name. Do we need to talk to you? Or do we gain anything?
Are Are you looking for a die?
No.
I'm listening. Good. I hope it clarified.
Yeah, well, let's just leave again. No, nothing. Is this where we have a gym? Yeah, it is. Well, I mean... Let's see if we die here.
The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for its master.
Oh, I succeeded.
Conjuring up an inhuman amount of strength, you raise the barbell up in the air. Your biceps tremble, but you're a savage. This is a children's game.
Oh, yeah.
A warm wave of accomplishment washes over your head as you drop the barbell to the floor.
I was hoping for the
For a
floorboards to
moment, it feels
break.
like you're strong enough to succeed at anything you ever set your mind to. Hey, but you're still in a ghost house. What if someone heard this? What if they know you're here?
Good technique.
Okay, it's a trap. There are no collars on the bar.
You're right. The weight may fall off. Better not touch it then.
Actually, I don't really care about
No
safety
one does
hazard.
until they get smashed under the barbell.
Yes. Correct. Correct, Kim, correct. Huh. I don't expecting to find much in there at the moment, at least. So, well, that didn't help much. Can we go up to Classy again? And rethink this? Hello, it's just me. Again. Your noisy and nosy neighbor.
Officer, it's a fine day for questions.
What was that? Volition, yeah. Drama. Oh yeah, sorry, maybe I should have used the window there.
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
I don't know, Lieutenant Freighter. It is not the first closed door we found in this building. I don't know. The further we get, the more this building seems to be tied to the case. The vigilantes, the cadaver, and a number of people connected to the case are in or around this building. This door is part of it. It's not unimportant.
Physical instrument. Well, it wasn't that good. Can we investigate the window? No, we can't. Oh yes, we can.
Two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman having sex. A ray of backward motion explodes from his mouth to the roof outside. A prime. To then widen into...
Yeah, B prime.
700 meters away. The likeliest of these B positions, 20% chance. A skilled sniper could have made the shot, provided he had a safe sniper's nest. Even with the light on inside, we're talking military training. At that distance, the perpetrator would have had to take wind direction into account.
Mm-hmm. Lance and we already ruled out, but yeah, I'm looking at where that one is drawn from, and it's kind of drawn from where the Ferris wheel used to be. It's kind of what it looks like there. Have a look at point B, whatever that
1 kilometer away
becomes.
A point beyond the docks, on an islet in the bay. The fort is ruined, but the perpetrator may have found a stable spot on the beaches surrounding it, where the concrete crumbles into the sea, as you saw in the coin-operated viewer. The shot would have been a small miracle, 5% likelihood. There is an extremely narrow field of view from the bay to the window, between Rue de Saint-Ghislain 10 and 33A. The angle would have been extreme, and access to the islets is questionable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, indeed.
2 neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman having sex.
Indeed. Still don't really know how to get there. I was thinking about my window that was broke as well, but we actually had the shards on the outside, didn't we? I threw a shoe through it. I think that's what we realized.
Hey,
a long
is
time
there
ago.
Something you needed? Another thing. Great. I love those. Yes.
No. Goodbye. Sorry. You can have a look at that window.
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height window. The hall, you see 2, maybe 3 bushes, grown into a single thicket over a period of circa 50 years. It takes time for a hedge like that to form.
You've been here for a long time, yeah, because earlier it was said that no, not time for this yet.
There's a yellow ribbon tied to one of the branches, light yellow, faded with time. A tiny splash of color in the blackness of the thicket, hanging from it, a bronze key.
A bronze key? What the hell?
Someone hid the key in the bush and attached a yellow ribbon to make it easier to find. It's close enough to the latch up there. One can slide it open and just take it. Surely not a coincidence.
Someone hid the key in the bush. Titus, can you hand the key to me, please?
I'm not your janitor, cop. I don't even know what you're talking about. There's nothing there.
If he says it's there, it's there.
Can you let me slide by so I can grab the thing?
I don't know about that. I'm comfortable here. Don't think any sliding would really help right now.
Sorry, fucko. Looks like you're gonna have to go bush diving. Good fucking luck with that. The Hawthorne's got a bitch of a bite.
I'm gonna enjoy the sight of you in the bushes out there.
Well, yeah, we're gonna do it.
A loud thud, the old man stands up, pushes the window open, grabs the key from the hawthorn branch, and slides it across the table to you.
Thank you, Theo.
The key is brass. Workshop spare is etched into its bow. The old man closes the window and sits back down in silence.
Come on, man. We were just having some fun. Where's the harm in...
I'm tired of listening to your shit.
Thank you. Nod to the old man.
Don't thank me. I don't give two shits about your key.
There is a silence around this man's words. Unlike Titus, they're afraid of him. That's the type of respect he commands.
Does anyone know why this key was hanging right outside the Union Box window?
Didn't even know it was there. Boys.
No idea.
Never even seen it. Someone must have hidden it there before this room became our place.
I wonder what doors this
Could
open.
open the door in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
The blue door. It says workshop spare. Maybe there's a workshop there?
It's worth a try.
It's worth a try, indeed. And yes, that's of course the door I was thinking about. There are other doors, like the one on top as well.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It could be connected to the barred door upstairs.
Yes, that as well. Try the workshop spare key
The
on
key
the door.
fits the dimple lock. It takes a bit of effort to turn it after all these years, but then the lock clicks. Dust rises before you like mist. A tomb haunted by regal spirits from distant ages.
Stop it, Inland Empire, stop it.
No. Smells like engine grease and cut wood. A workshop.
A workshop, indeed.
Master Investigator, you just can't keep yourself away from locked and hidden places, can you?
It's my duty as a cop to investigate every square inch of this world.
Boy, the world's secrets were made for you. They wait patiently for you to uncover them.
Thought gained, the Jamrock Shuffle. I mean, there's certainly are some thoughts hanging about that I haven't gotten around to. Where do we have them? Here we have them, yes. I know I was thinking of... Was that Arno van Eyck? Oh yeah, I need to unlock these or forget about something. I think I did forget about something, didn't I? The whole advanced race theory. +1 conceptualization and rhetoric learning cap raised to 5. Oh. I mean, this one might be something I need later on, that's for sure. Who knows, who knows? Learning cap for endurance raised to 4. Let's just check what I do have on endurance. Sorry. I just used 1 there, so it's probably just on 2 otherwise. Considering all the other ones are on 2, so yeah. That might be something we still need. Should I unlock 1 more because it was... Sorry. It was something that sounded a little bit interesting, I mean. Hardcore aesthetic, perhaps? Precarious world. Oh, yeah, but that... who knows? The Jamrock Shuffle. -1 to Esprit de Corps while researching. And yeah, that's the one we just unlocked. Maybe we'll try to get that one. Do I still have points left? I do. Yeah, we'll try that one, just for fun. Oh, well, looky look. Pinball table. Horses and swords. And here we have another pinball table. White Deora. The spare key is tied to the bush outside the corner room window. Yep, thank you. Ooh, 5 credits. Oh, another pinball table.
Over there, in the corner.
The pinball machine?
Not just any pinball machine. This is the pinnacle of pinball. Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats. It's lit. You can't wait to get your hands on it.
Kim, are you seeing what I'm seeing?
The pinball machine. Gordy's Goats. A classic.
Wait, you played it?
A little.
Let's take a closer look.
Ah, great.
Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats reads the golden lettering on top of the back box. There's a small column of text underneath. The machine is coin operated. Get the game on, Fingerboy. Those flippers are ready.
Lean closer to read the text.
Above the painting of a moustached man climbing a hill, a column reads, inspired by the legend of Cornelius Gordy, taken on the world's tallest peak, Corpus Windy. The Mesk legend holds that when the nation is in danger, heroic Gordy shall return and save his people.
Inspect the playing field.
The theme of the game is to explore Gordy's climb through the perspective of goats and to ascend to the top of the mountain in a time of trouble. The peak of the mountain is at the top of the playfield. All the balls have small goat icons on them and represent the goats as they race up and down the mountain. Areas around the playfield represent Gordy's climb, places he was said to have camped, which the goats can discover. Get them to the summit.
What's with all the goats?
Indeed. Think of them as balls.
Yes, that might help. Yes, we'll use one. I mean, I really like pinball in the real world as well, so sure.
It takes a while to get into a rhythm, but pretty soon you're able to keep 3 goat-faced balls in play with relative ease.
Good. That's a multi-ball then.
Go, Fingerboy.
I feel sorry for the gods. If they only knew the kind of guy old Cornelius really was.
I'm pretty good at this. Wait, what kind of guy was he then?
The kind of a guy who uses the word savages a lot when recounting his travels. A masked nationalist.
A racist mountaineer?
An avid huntsman too. He was often photographed in his dining hall, surrounded by wall-mounted hunting trophies from every continent.
That is not cool.
He also hit his wife and kids. Other people's kids too. Sometimes pets. Hateful little man.
But you seem to be having fun.
I'm pretty good at this.
Your game is definitely improving. The jolly goats are flying all over the board. And although a few plummet to their deaths, you're never left with less than 3. Suddenly, a special passage leading to the summit slides open at the top of the board. This is where the balls need to go.
Let's see how my concentration is. Concentrate and aim for the narrow passage.
Maneuvering a goat ball into a position for a perfect hit isn't easy. More fall to their deaths. But finally, the opportunity presents itself.
Jackpot.
One of them gets through.
Of some sort.
Tiny hammer shatters something inside the machine. Something glass. An ampoule? The words "pale rupture" light up on the speaker panel, and the machine starts filling with a thick, milky fog. Something's
Pale
happening.
rupture? Oh, the pale.
Congratulations. This is where the game ends. It's a cheap way of getting more money out of the players. A stupid, nihilistic finale.
There's so much fog, you can barely see anything. Some is actually leaking out of the machine, and one by one, your goats start slipping, disappearing into the milky nothingness. This can be navigated. The balls leave almost imperceptible disruptions in the fog. Use them to calculate where they hit next. You're down to your last goat. going mostly by sound. Eyes are useless at this point, but that goat is something special. 5 times you snatch him back from the jaws of death. You're in a perfectly balanced system where neither you
Oh,
nor
my reaction speed isn't the best right now, true.
this could go on forever. With automation and precision, you keep the final.
I have good luck with the dice rolls today.
Stimuli,
That's for
floating
sure.
in the flow state. The fog is clearing, and suddenly the old speaker crackles. Hardie Boys is lit.
Hardie Boys.
Huh?
Huh? Yes, precisely. Huh?
A panel opens up at the top of the playfield, and a new ball charges downhill. It's larger than the goats and matte black. Cornelius spell the white letters running across the equator. So violent is its descent, it immediately knocks the last goat into the abyss, then proceeds to bounce all across the board as if carried by some demonic otherworldly inertia. High score, announce the speakers, and the whole machine lights up. Then the flippers retract, leaving a perfect opening for the Hardie Boys to join the goats backstage. Cornelius vanishes, and the machine powers off.
Well,
That's amazing.
I think I won, Kim.
You didn't just win. No one I know has ever beaten Hardie's goats. That is a monumental achievement, Detective.
Who's the king of pinball, Kim?
Congratulations, Your Highness. That was really impressive. The
Thank
machine
you.
needs a good service before anyone else can even attempt it again.
It's time to move on.
Yes. Good times.
Once again, the machine becomes one with the dust and the darkness.
Wow.
Life has left it.
I'm glad we succeeded with that. Oh yeah, the Jamrock Shuffle already finished. Well, it took some... Ahoy dement. Disco Inferno indeed. And yes, we played pinball
do what is called the Jamrock Shuffle,
really well,
cracking
apparently.
open containers. Most of them are from Jamrock or Coal City, the poorest parts of Revachol, that also overlap with the network of royal catacombs called Le Royaume, just beneath the streets. As children, you would all go underground, hoping to find treasure, and come back with a rat's tail or a used needle. That playful curiosity must still be in you. Who knows, maybe one day the Orbe de Montagne, the Holy Scepter, and the Cocaine Skull will all be yours.
So, find better loot in locked containers. That wasn't really... Yeah, that felt like a waste of resources. Well.
The machine is...
Yeah. That was a one-time pinball of sorts. But yes, we finally got
all
in
these
through the blue
mesmerizing
door.
machines, just waiting to be plugged back in and played.
Yeah, run your finger across the dust of a white Deora machine.
Feels like it might jump back to life any moment. The lights illuminating the white-robed woman.
It's raining like crazy. What's white
Some
Deora?
kind of inane pinball theme, probably related to Messina during the DeLorean age. The history themes are the worst.
Deora was one of the 3 crown cities of the DeLorean era, on the Mawindi Isola, the others being Ria Silvia and Advesperasket. This theme is all about early airships and beautiful, sad, pearl-laden women. It's quite nice, actually. The lieutenant grimaces, looking at the machines.
Sounds like you don't enjoy pinball, Kim.
No, I love it. I love pinball. Who doesn't love pinball? Let's move on.
He doesn't.
He doesn't. What about that other one, the Franco-Nigerian Bowl? I want to play that.
No.
How about we fire up one of these bad boys and play some ball?
You can't fire them up. They are broken. Only that one machine in the main hall works. The Royalist Pinball.
What a dumb name. Royalist Pinball. If they weren't broken, he would kick one of these machines about now.
Kim, red check, yeah.
Kim, Pinball, Kitsuragi.
Kimball.
Exactly. That's what he's known as. His reputation precedes him.
You're Kim Pinball Kitsuragi.
So now he remembers. Fine, I'm Kim Pinball Kitsuragi, aka the Kimball.
No wonder he was
You
impressed by
remember.
me just beating that other game, whatever it was called. It doesn't seem to really like pinball. Wait, but I still can't remember anything else.
He only remembers hearing about the pinball policeman. No human being should. It is a game that requires no skill and a childlike affinity to flashing lights and to fantastique, science-fiction, and historic romance franchise.
Yeah, maybe that's why I like it.
It is lame.
Then why are you called Pinball?
I am not called Pinball. It was used to taunt me a long time ago, before I became a homicide detective and got my lieutenancy.
So, how did you...
I was a juvenile police officer for over 15 years. It's how I started out in the RCM. Once I had to infiltrate a pinball ring, as you do when you're a juvie cop.
Pinball ring. Okay.
It was not okay. I needed to become a pinball champion. I trained for 9 months. The job was successful and I was moved out of the juvenile wing to homicide. End of story.
You were a juvie cop for 15
That time
years.
is over now. I was already a 38-year-old man. It was unbecoming, as was playing pinball.
I'm gonna call you Pinball now. Wait, so that's why you didn't talk to Kuno?
It's best if you handle the juvenile delinquents.
I'm gonna call you Kimball now. Don't worry, I'll keep calling you Kim.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is good too. Now, we really need to continue our sweep of what appears to be a secret path through the whirling.
Yes, yes, sure. We are indeed gonna check out this place. Let me just double check a little bit more down here. Yeah. Oh, wait, that was that kind of door. Okay.
This small elevator is dimly lit by a bulb that's been glowing for ages. The latticed cage is open, inviting you to step inside.
Let's look in.
Smells of nougat and sweat. Your head brushes up against the ceiling. There is a control panel to your right, and just enough room for 2 people to fit in. The maintenance card under the control panel reads, Last maintenance, 10th July, 88.
It says the last maintenance was in 88.
That it does. I say, let's brave it.
88, this elevator was maintained a long time ago.
Look on the bright side. If it fails, we will only sustain minor injuries. I'm talking 3, maybe 4 months in the hospital. Maximum 5.
It appears his whole enthusiasm is sarcastic.
Look at the
There
elevator
are large
controls.
rectangular buttons, monter, descend, and an international call for emergency assistance. That third one appears to be broken.
Oh, that's good.
A small steel plaque reads Halter 800. Halter is a Koningsteiner lift company who went out of business a long, long time ago.
I wonder what this elevator was used for.
Seems like a small freight elevator for transporting machinery. For that, it's pretty quaint.
Well, close the doors and go up. What can possibly go wrong? Nothing. Seems like. Small windows taped shut. Tools and replacement parts. Oh, it's actually a repair shop. Schematics for a pinball machine, futurism themed. Oh, hello. Pinball maker's coat. What can probably be wrong with, possibly be wrong with that one? Empathy and hand-eye coordination. That sounds pretty good. What do I have now? Visual calculus. Yeah, I've been trying to find out where the shots came from. But empathy is never bad. Just for a change, we can have something else.
So this is where they brought 40 pinball machines to fix them up. A long time ago. Everything is covered with dust now. The lieutenant looks around the dusty, crowded room, inspecting the tools on the shelf.
Looks like they gave up on fixing the pinball machines at some point.
20 years ago, 15 maybe, before pinball went out of vogue.
This used to be a pinball workshop.
I'm guessing Martinez North 22 used to be a pinball arcade before it became a hostel. There are machines left over.
A creak. Some dust falls off a shelf.
Downstairs in the hall, next to the main door. One of them even works. I've seen one of the Hardies bang away at it.
Remember the dice maker? Then that means...
Whirling in Rags was once the East Delta Pinball Arcade. This is all left over from that.
Ah, yes, as the novelty dice makers said. This has absolutely nothing to do with the case, I'm sure. But I do like a nice little connection.
But then it went bankrupt. Your skin crawls from making the connection.
Could this mean that Whirling in Rags really is part of the Doom commercial area?
If that's true, then our cafeteria manager is not going to like it. We should tell him what we found up here, omitting that suspicion. He does not appear to be the kind of man who likes his establishment to be part of a neighborhood ghost story about bankruptcy.
Probably not.
Stupid superstition. But still, it would be interesting to see what the cafeteria manager thinks of this. It's not a ghost story. It's a curse, and Gart ought to be made knowledgeable so he can perform counterspells.
Counterspells, yes, indeed. Wait, footprints, I guess, is what we see here. And that door leads out, so yes. There's a tiny hole in the wall. You see a bedroom on the other side. Ooh.
You can almost see the shape of a man and a woman writhing inside, bathed in drug sweat and dirty linens. Bottles lie around everywhere.
I think I can see into Klaus's bedroom from here.
You can barely see through. Better not to jump to sensationalist conclusions here. The footprints on the floor, however, definitely suspicious.
What were those people doing in there?
You lean closer to the peephole instinctively. I bet they're doing something quite unnatural there.
Yeah, whatever. Footprints, yes, I saw them earlier as well.
You clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of dust covering the workshop floor.
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new.
Someone's been here within the last week or two. Let's have a closer look then.
Large prints, most likely made by Boots. The size is hard to determine. Sole could be bigger than Vamp. The soles have left a pattern, uniform, horizontal lines. One person has been here. They've gone back and forth. The tips point both ways. This print is unlike one left by a regular worker boot. It is not a brand sole with logos on it. It seems custom-made or old-fashioned.
I mean, it could be... Nah, probably
Shoe
not.
size is 41 to 42, maybe 43. It could be a large-footed woman or a small to average-footed man. This is, unfortunately, the worst, most vague shoe size there is.
The print looks like one person went back and
Between
forth.
that and that.
And the print does look like the odd-soled print we found at the hanging.
The size looks about the same, actually. They're not the same shoe, but they could be the same person. I wouldn't rule out Ruby coming here yet. This isn't an argument against her. People change shoes, you know? But it's not an argument for her either.
This doesn't look like the worker's boot, does it?
No. These little horizontal lines are different. They look custom-made to me. Or some kind of foreign print. Hard to say. Still a boot, though.
Everything around you is quiet. The prints crisscross the workshop floor.
Someone's been here within the last week or two.
3 weeks maximum, from the dust coverage. It could easily have been 1 week too. You know, officer.
This is so good it makes him forget the whole Kimball name.
This isn't bad at all. It was a good idea to see where that door leads. Commendable work bringing us to this place.
Okay, what does this
It means
mean?
someone snuck through what seems like a secret route leading to the roof. The roof from where you can shoot our victim. This is significant.
Mm-hmm. And also freaking people in
These
the wall.
prints, officer, could be the prints of our killer. And if not, at least they're a good argument for this Ruby doing it, to present to Titus.
Let's move on. No.
This is the inside of the barred door you've seen before.
So what's on the other side? Well, we know what's on the other
Unless
side.
we've veered off into a folded M dimension, I'm expecting to step out on the roof. We could ask Glacia about this route. See how she reacts.
Folded
Yes.
N dimension. A reference to the popular science fiction series In System. Look who's in a good mood suddenly and reads science fiction.
There we go. Unbar the door. So, Glacia, do you know about that?
Officer, it's a fine day for questions.
Oh,
Yeah?
that door there, point to it. Yes, did you know it leads to a downstairs
I
elevator?
did not. Do you think this has something to do with what happened?
It's possible.
She keeps looking at the door with a worried expression. The wind ruffles her hair.
There were tracks on the floor, they recent.
This isn't good.
No.
She's straight as a stick, suddenly.
There's a peephole on the other side looking into your bedroom.
A peephole? You mean like a hole in the wall?
Yes.
Yes, looking into your bedroom, miss.
Okay.
A jitter of fear and disgust moves through her body, beginning from her shoulders and ending in her hips. The cigarette tastes foul to her now.
Do you think this is somehow connected to me?
It could just be a coincidence. It could be connected. What should I say?
Okay. Do you have any way of knowing how long it has been there?
Unfortunately, no. But if I were to guess, long enough. The perforation is under the bookshelf on your wall. It should not be hard to cover with some tape.
If it is recent, who do you think made it?
Shit. I don't know. Maybe it's been there for a long time. Maybe the local kids use it or something. I don't know.
She does. She must have some idea.
I'll be fucking covering it up with a lot of tape, that's for sure. Was there anything else back there?
Yes, an old pinball workshop. But let's ask about that instead.
Honestly, I have no clue.
Yet, maybe it's something she's keeping for a later move, when she's more sure of herself.
Yes, it's an old pinball
Okay.
workshop.
I'm glad someone's had fun.
Sure, that's all for now. Other questions? Well, probably not. Let's return to this later. But yeah, now we should have maybe a couple of other options. Sorry, a couple of stuff done here. Ruby, yeah. We haven't been able to check the boardwalk and the island. Talk to Gart about the doomed commercial area. Perhaps. Perhaps we'll do that. I'm a combination of superstar cop and boring cop. Kind of. Very much a moralist, huh? I did not think that would be true, but sure. So, Gart. Can't we go into Kim's room? No, still can't. Probably don't need to either, but who knows?
Hey, was there something you needed?
Gart, I saw another thing in the whirling.
Great. I love those.
What if I told you I got into the back room behind the blue steel door?
Okay, well, I did hear you make noise back there, so good for you.
He's really holding himself back here. It takes a lot of willpower not to ask. Obviously, he's been wanting to know what's behind the door.
Aren't you gonna ask me what's back there?
Okay, what is back there?
Skeletons, a mausoleum of the dead. Pinball machines, a pinball workshop.
I knew it. I've always wondered where those machines by the door came from. And they told me there was some kind of pinball thing here too. I knew it. Were there any back there? In working order, I mean.
Why? Do you want to play? Because I might be up for a game.
No, I was just wondering if you found pinball machines there.
He was wondering about something business related, about how much money he could make off one.
Thinking of turning this place back into a pinball arcade?
No, but we could diversify the entertainment options, seeing as you've opened the door back there. The machine we have in the corner now is broken. It wouldn't hurt to get a little life in here, other than the hellish karaoke machine. That one's always causing trouble.
Yeah, those numbers he's adding up must be making good sense to him right now. He should still know. You have to be forewarned about these things.
I have... Oh, yes, that one. I have to warn you, I may have discovered that the whirling is part of the doomed commercial area.
Why would you say that? We're at a completely different address from that whole thing.
So he knows of the doomed commercial area and its address. He's thought about this.
The whirling is listed on the intercom outside as one of the businesses in Building B. You should get your wiring fixed. I tried to call and couldn't reach you.
I've been working here for a long time, and that intercom has never been used by the whirling.
Not once? Isn't that already
It's
a sign of decline?
Of the whirling in rags not being part of the doomed commercial area. If anything, we're revitalizing this neighborhood.
Relax, Mr. Gart. I'm sure there is no doom. He simply wants to share his discoveries with you.
The whirling was once the East Delta Pinball Arcade, which failed. Though perhaps the whirling will escape the curse.
Does this look like part of a doomed commercial area? This pre-revolutionary tilework, these high ceilings, the nice rooms, well, most of the rooms. For 14 years, man. That's how long I've worked here. I've kept this place up through hail and through sleet. fuck me, some doom ghost.
You must really care about this place since you worked here for so long.
It's slowly growing on me again. It's beautiful in its own way, especially for this neighborhood. I've been trying to keep it that way.
Yeah, good for you.
Even if it is part of the damn doomed commercial area.
Ah, so you finally admit it.
Yes, your police skills have delivered. I'm sure you'll get a commendation, maybe even a promotion.
Who owns this place?
Some real estate management company. They never come around here, just collect money from afar. Honestly, I think some money laundering might be involved.
There is an acrimonious note. It's clear he's doing the real work around here.
And who named it Whirling in
Well,
Rags?
it sure as hell wasn't the real estate company.
It was you?
You look surprised. What? It's a great name, I know. Cafeteria managers come up with great names too. It's from a song.
From a song?
Hail, Holy Queen, by the Ateneers. Hail, Holy Queen of the Sea. You're whirling in rags, you're vast and you're sad.
Good pick.
Well, good luck to you with this place then. We'll choose the nice option there.
Luck has got nothing to do with it. I need to think about where I'm going to place those pinballs. I have a feeling they're going to help.
Against the doom, it's implied.
So, if you didn't have anything else to tell me about my establishment, can we, wrap it up?
Yeah, well, there's a small issue of a peephole in the wall.
What wall?
Upstairs in the secret back room, right next to Clausia's bedroom. I found it when I found the pinball.
I'll have it fixed at once. Thank you for letting me know. I assure you, the whirling does not abide spying on its guests.
Yeah, hold off on that when needed for the
The
investigation,
color
maybe.
is drained from his face.
Are you sure you haven't been spying on your guests?
Absolutely not. Fuck you for even implying it. It wasn't me. It wasn't my staff. The establishment will look at it and ascertain what it was.
Well, he's definitely not lying. He wouldn't endanger this business like that.
Sir, he was only asking a question. It's his job and mine. See that it's covered.
Yes, I absolutely will. Sorry, it's been a bit of a day. And now a hole in the wall.
All right, you've been notified.
Thank you. I'll patch it up personally. Was there something else about the establishment? I hope not.
I hope not. No, not.
Yes.
Not for now. Not for now. It also helps that I shine a freaking flashlight in his face. A torch, as you would say. Or as the Brits would say, I guess. Do we need to?
You again.
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah, I'm not sure. We'll see what kind of options we get, but perhaps you should know about... Okay, I talked to Clausia. Now I need to talk to Ruby.
Why?
I'm going to level with you. She is the next link in the chain that leads me to Lily's killer. Or I have seen her in a laudanum-induced delirium. The paranormal instinct whispers her name into my ear. Civil war is brewing and the only way to prevent it is to solve the murder. That means talking to Ruby. I'll go with that one.
Sounds like you want to push this steaming pile of shit on anyone. And now you picked Ruby. Well, not on my watch you won't. Ruby's one of us. We're not gonna throw her under your moral intern steamroller. Fuck that shit.
And fuck you too, moral
Ruby is missing. If you hide from the police in a murder investigation, you become a suspect. You know how it works, guys.
That's nothing. That's just legalese. You don't even have a sound theory. I don't want to be rude, but we're trying to get some R&R here. Think you could fuck off now?
I think we'll keep sticking around, Titus. You'll be surprised at how quickly a theory presents itself if you keep looking.
Yeah, like this one apparently. Present a solid theory about why Ruby could have done it. 97%. I'll be damned if I fail this one. I have had really good luck with the dice rolls today. Excellent luck even. So it would be very kind of typical if this one would fail. So we found the key in the union box. We saw the winch outside. It was staged like a play, reconstructed murder scene. We have the secret route found, and Ruby is a drug trader. Established.
A sudden flash of lightning in your neocortex. The hostel cafeteria is lit by its airy blaze. Floor plans, bullet trajectories, webs of human emotion, all channeled into a single thought.
Why are you so sure Ruby didn't off him?
Because she was here, all night, with us.
He's cobbling together shit so he can put her away. It's Cop 101.
She was here all night? 11:30 to 12:15? She was here during all that time?
Yeah, with us, drinking, near the stage there.
She didn't go to the toilet?
No.
In the whole 45-minute window, she was with you all the time?
All right. She took a fucking leak, okay? For one moment. Maybe went out too. She has an operation to run from her lorry. We're not getting into what that operation is again called. And just because she was gone for 5 minutes doesn't mean she magically got to the roof and shot him. I've been through this. It's not plausible.
He's been through it. That means he suspected her too.
Yeah. But that might have been before he knew about the key, because he didn't really.
All right, we're in. We got Ruby unaccounted for sometime during the window. This was crucial. Now let's place her on that roof.
You do agree that the shot came from the roof, right?
Why not? You can't draw a straight line into Clausia's window from any of the surrounding buildings. Not from what I know about Martinez.
No, you have to be pretty far away.
Maybe from the coast. But like I said, I've been too busy dealing with you idiots. So no, I don't think it was a sniper. It was close up.
There's a 72% chance that the bullet came from the roof.
72%. There's a percentage and all. Where'd you get it from? Your guys in the lab?
I analyzed it on the spot. Turns out I can do that.
I know what you did here on the weekend. People talk. What they say doesn't sound like a science call. You're a madman.
Those numbers were an ass pull, man.
Ass pull, yes.
Yeah, and they don't put her on the roof either. It's just mambo jumbo. He hasn't got shit.
There is a secret route in the kitchen that leads straight to the roof. Have you noticed the winch out back on the outer wall of the whirling?
I've seen the winch. I'm not blind. You saying she reeled herself up by her collar, like some kind of...
Kidding?
Let's go with that. Point is, it's just a rusty winch. It doesn't put her on the roof.
Yeah, but then we have this one then.
How?
Through what looks like an abandoned pinball workshop.
People say there was a pinball arcade here, sometime before the hostel. What was it called, Theo?
East Delta Pinball Arcade. Weird place. Went bankrupt.
Weird? How? You're wearing the pinball maker's coat.
Exactly. Well, that's true. I am. What do you mean weird, Theo?
It was run by a fella called Nerflock something, who wore a yellow dust coat like the one you have on right now. Weird guy. Never liked him.
It is a very comfortable coat for such an oldie.
Okay, but how'd you get up? There's no room for a staircase in this building. Or an elevator, for that matter.
Well, there is an elevator there.
The elevator is outside the building. It's an old dumbwaiter used for moving pinball machines up and down from the workshop.
From there, a door leads straight to the roof. You can just step
Ruby
outside.
could have gone up, shot him, come down, all under 7 minutes.
That's quite the theory. We need to have a look at that secret passage, boys.
Mm-hmm. Titus is stepping up the
I'm
game
on it,
here.
boss. Right when the law clears, me and Angus are going up there.
It's a dumbwaiter, not an industrial lift. How about I go instead of...
Just now. You got something else to back this route up? Or is that it?
I also found footprints upstairs in the old workshop. Yes, yes. Guess what? Remember the key I found here? Yeah, precisely.
I don't like guessing, Carl. No one does.
It opens the steel door in the kitchen, the one that leads upstairs to the roof. This key was right here, with you, all the time.
You didn't find it, but Ruby did. That's
Quit
how she got
jumping
up
to
there.
Conclusions, Theo. You took that key. Did it look like it was recently put there?
No, the ribbon was old, faded. It had been there for 20 years at least.
She could have just put it back there once she was done.
Why? This doesn't make sense. It's damn interesting, but it doesn't fit well, and you know it.
It doesn't fit well, but it fits, and he knows it.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it has to be said, this man would make a good RCN sergeant, or maybe even lieutenant. Just don't let him anywhere near women.
Also found footprints. Yes, yes.
Footprints. Recent.
Recent. But they didn't fit with any of yours on the scene, Ruby included. Huh.
That close, huh? How fortunate. I'll take a thorough look at those prints myself before I believe that, Carl. Good news is, I'm still listening.
Yes, you are.
Footprints. Recent.
Size about 43.
43 is pretty large for a girl, don't you think? But then Ruby's what you call a butch girl. She's no daffodil.
Yeah, but that's what's so cool about her. It's why we've been thinking...
I know what you've been thinking, Glenn. We'll talk about it. Once the murder charges have been cleared.
Titus, you're not really saying...
He's thinking, all right. Glenn gets silence for an answer. Push forward with this theory.
Footprints. Recent.
Were prints there with horizontal lines.
Horizontal? I see they taught you well in your RCN school. My old man, a hunter and a half blind one at it, could have said that. Horizontal lines. Good news is, I'm still listening.
He knows they had to be recent for
Well,
those lines to still read. This wasn't a failure.
Have we firmly established Ruby could have had access to the roof where the man was shot? Yeah,
Firmly doesn't go well with could've. There's a route to the roof. Me and the boys need to check it out. That's what we established. But a route does not put that bullet in his head. A gun does that, and Ruby doesn't carry one.
Oh, what if it's my gun? No, no, no. I came here after the fact. Yes, that's true. That's true.
Phase 2. Murder weapon. Get a gun in her hand. If not that, then at least a shadow of a doubt. In the shape of a gun. Just don't contradict yourself. If it doesn't sound like Ruby did it, maybe keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
But what if you miss interesting information that way? The choice is ultimately yours. But
the local pawn shop sold my lost gun to a woman. Maybe it was her. Yeah, but I wasn't here before. Stop. Already established Ruby's running drugs. She could have smuggled guns
God
too.
damn. That's just about your favorite topic, isn't it? Every fucking 5 seconds.
All I'm saying is, from what I saw in her cabin, she'd have no trouble getting a gun.
Trouble. This is Revachol. Even the roidheads in the gym had a carbine. No one has trouble getting a gun. I still never saw her carry one.
he must be referencing some past case of theirs. He's angry because he knows you're right. What he's saying only confirms your theory.
There's a small 28% chance that the shot came from beyond the roof.
Yes, goddammit, I know what a 72% chance means. It means there's a 28% chance it isn't that. And 28% is no small chance either.
Titus is on form today.
Just making sure we are on the same page. It doesn't all fit. We are just sharing info, candidly.
Titus doesn't reply. Probably a good sign.
I didn't say I proved she had a murder weapon, just that we need to find her, yeah.
All right, Carl. Keep talking. I'll tell you when I've had enough.
T, we're not seriously considering it, are we? Ruby wouldn't do this. Why would she do something like this?
Phase 3. Motive. The last component.
It's not why did she kill him, it's why did she organize the cover-up.
I suppose you have a theory on that.
She could have just been covering up for herself, Titus.
Think about it. Why go through all that effort? It was her idea, wasn't it? The hanging. You went along, but she suggested it.
She had, like, a fully formed plan and shit. Right when she came back downstairs.
Mm-hmm. When she came back downstairs, well, that is saying something.
Really, Shanks? Claudia wanted to talk to another girl, that's all. She was just the first one up there. I could have come up with that plan if I had been
come
first.
backstairs from there. Yeah, okay.
Time for a logics demonstration.
Eugene, let's assume you killed him.
He scoffs.
Think. You kill him. Get up there. Shoot him. Get down.
Would you prefer to go on trial with your friends as part of a lynch mob or alone for committing murder?
The man is silent.
If she used us to cover her own shit up, well, that's a serious violation of the Hardie Code, boss.
Which is why she didn't. She would never do that. Why aren't more of you defending her? This is fucking stupid, Titus.
Glenn, I thought the same thing when she skipped town and left us in this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so he didn't rule her out completely. And she skipped town. This is good.
Maybe it's all part of a leadership challenge against you, Titus.
There's no fucking leadership challenge. Just when I thought you were taking this seriously, Cop, you put your head in your ass.
Man, now he's just throwing shit against the wall to see what sticks.
Okay. We ruled out infighting. That's how this works, by exclusion. Remember, all we need to do is rule Ruby out too. That's all this is.
There's a bit of truth in there for Titus to react so brashly.
Still
He
like
does
that
not
I
like his
stand there with the
authority questioned.
torch in his face. He does not like his authority question, no, precisely. Maybe she killed him because she thought it would carry favor, I guess, or curry sounds a bit weird in this context.
You had expressed, on occasion, your dislike of the mercenaries' presence in Martinez, right?
Whack someone in my district? That doesn't carry much favor with Titus Hardie. She has to know that.
Titus, you have to see it. Things don't add up. We need to talk to her. But by the way, yeah, I was...
You have a theory.
Think about it.
She had, like...
Really, Shanks?
Time for a
I wanted to get back to this one. Shanky, let's assume you killed him.
I didn't do it, fucker! It wasn't my plan!
You probably did, though.
It's just a thought experiment. Think, Shanky. You killed him. You got up there, shot him, got down.
Fuck you, man! I would never fuck my guys over like that!
She didn't either. She would never do that. Why aren't more of you defending her? This is fucking stupid, Titus.
I think we'll go through that one again.
I thought the same thing.
Oh, so he didn't rule her out completely. And she's...
And I suppose you...
Think about it.
She had...
Really, Shanks?
Time for a logics demonstration.
Try with Titus as well.
You're on thin ice here, asshole.
It's a thought exercise, Titus. Think. You kill him. Get up there. Shoot him. Get down.
Would you prefer to go on trial with your men as part of the lynch mob or alone for cold-blooded murder?
Alone. I don't drag my men into shit with me.
If she used us, then that's a serious violation of the Hardie Code, boss.
But she didn't.
And then Glenn, yes.
I thought...
Oh, so he didn't rule her out
Well,
completely.
Titus, you have to see
And
it.
she
Things
skipped
don't
time.
add up. We need to talk
This is
to her.
good. Silence. He looks around the room. The old man in the corner nods. A very small nod. And a trickle of tobacco spit on his lip. This is the only option he cares for.
Yeah, I see it. There's one more thing I've been wondering about. Ever since you asked me where she is. Add it to your list of suspicions, if you want. I don't know where she went. She just got up and left. Got real scared, too. Wouldn't tell me where. However hard I asked. Wanna know why?
Why?
She was afraid I would tell you. Maybe she was right. By now, I probably would.
She knew there's evidence on her.
Oh,
and
thank
she
you,
knew we'd find
Titus,
it.
in a way.
This is typical suspect behavior. Why fleeing is always incriminatory.
Perhaps. Ask her if you find her. It won't be easy, though. She made sure of that.
Okay. When did she leave?
Friday afternoon, when you first arrived. I got word the RCM was in town. Then she came in to see me. Told me she was leaving. That's when we had our little conversation.
What was she scared
I
of?
told you.
Me? As in the RCM? Or me personally?
No, you. As in the cop with the sideburns and the disco clothes.
No wonder she's afraid. I have come to declare the ending of the human experiment. She probably knew me from my singing days. Or, I'm sorry, God, why does everything flee at the sight of my shadow? We'll go with
The
first one.
human experiment. That's real funny. You know, when I first saw you limping here, I thought she was paranoid or sniffing her own supply. But now I'm not so sure.
What else did Ruby tell you about me?
She said you have a funny taste in clothes, and that you won't stop.
Won't stop.
Until you have something on her. She said she's heard of you from Jamrock, that you're a human can opener, that you play suspects against each other, open them up, like cans.
And then when they're all empty, just move onto the next can. Don't look back unless there was something you missed.
Fucking hell. Titus, did he just...
Open Angus up like a can? Yes, he did. Now, we can whine about it, whack him, or we can go on with our lives. I'm having to go on with our lives kind of day, Al. How about you?
It's not an actual question. Silence. He nods.
Is that true, Kim? Am I a can opener? Anything else? Anything? Well, we can ask him.
You are insistent.
Anything else? Anything?
Yeah, there was something else. She wouldn't tell me, though. I could see she wanted to. It was burning on her lips. This caught Titus. This caught Pete. But she was too scared.
Do you have any clues on where Ruby went?
She's not far. We know that much. She didn't take her lorry, so
that's true.
She's on foot.
Good fucking luck, man. She knows this place like the back of her hand. You'll never find her.
She's probably in the garden, in that basement.
Yeah, Al.
Yeah, maybe not.
Won't either.
She's not really a Hardie candidate anymore, is she?
She's not, Glenn.
She is not, Glenn. Have you looked for her?
A little. On the coast.
Where have you looked for her, more precisely?
More precisely, on the coast, past the waterlock. She's not here, so I'm thinking she's there.
Who's doing this looking? They're all here.
You're all here. Who's out looking?
Lizzie needed some air.
So she didn't go tell Everard?
No one goes to tell Everard anything. He knows what he has to know. Fast.
It's called a radio, you believe. The gardener may have played you a game when she stormed out. She has her own plan.
Huh. Can you tell me where on the coast I should start looking?
Sure. There are some shit houses there. A cinderblock town. The fisherfolk there refuse to unionize. So, that's one place we haven't looked. I hear they have a shack where junkies sometimes crash. Time for you to step up.
Yeah.
We will start there. One more question. What does Ruby look like?
Precisely.
Boyish. Hair's red. Dyed. She looks like a Lowry man.
Do you know what she's doing with Ulan frequencies?
The what now? I have no idea. Boys?
She said she's building a pale emitter.
What?
We were talking about radio equipment. She said she's doing Ulan frequencies and a pale something. I don't know more.
This guy barely understands what he's talking about.
There you have it. Pale something.
It's not much, but it will do.
It'll have to.
Yeah, right now it's certainly... He puts his hand out. Oh, shake it. Yes, I'll do that.
His grip is firm and reassuring, like holding a piece of unpolished granite.
After all, he kind of turned around.
Not just
quite
granite,
a lot.
Tightly packed RCM sergeant material.
You should be a cop, Titus. Yeah, we'll say that right out.
When are you gonna get it through your dumb head? I already am. I just wasn't sure you were.
True.
And he still isn't. People aren't afraid of good cops in the way Ruby was afraid of you. he thinks, then turns back to his men.
True, true. Well, yeah, as soon as I got through to the Hardie Boys, things certainly opened up, that's for sure. Some things also seem to open up just by sheer time at certain points, actually. Like the fact that I could spot the key through the window there, that was a time issue, it seems like. Ah, yeah, I still have a little bit of eye problems from yesterday. And light migraine, we can say. No. Where were we going? Well, let's check the journal, by the way, because there has happened stuff here. Ask the fisherfolk, yes. Determine where the shot came from. Yeah, we kind of are working that. Should we try to call? I mean, we haven't had any luck. I already tried it earlier today, whatever day it is, day 5.
Steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. How may I? Yes. I got
Yes.
the mercenary's name and a few biographical details. Are you ready?
I was shocked almost. Yes, sure, we are ready.
The lieutenant leans in to listen, notebook in hand.
I was born ready, baby.
That suit of armor was issued to an Oranese citizen named Ellis Cortenaer. That's Ellis Kortenaer. Exact date of birth unknown. He was signed into the Lelystad County Neonatal Care Unit on 28th of February 09.
Neonatal Care Unit? Yeah, well, I know what that means, but sure. We'll ask that anyhow, since that's the only question.
He was found as a newborn in a leaf compactor near an abandoned farm. He spent 4 months in the neonatal unit, survived apparently, and was assigned to a foster family at 2.
According to Klasia, Lele said his real name wasn't really his. Perhaps that's because he was fostered.
Yeah, sure. And yes, by the way, what was this? Ellis Kortenaer, yeah. Ellis might still be his.
This is what the ICP knows about him. He was raised by foster parents, entered the East Brand Military Academy in Vredefort at 17, then served in the Oranese forces till he was honorably discharged in 41, just a year before the Seminese conflict. Then the armor followed him to Seminine, or at least I assume it did. And that's it. There are no records of his employment in Crenel, or any of its other incarnations, or him even entering Revachol.
He was found in a leaf compactor.
The tool is to press leaves into these cubes. It's a detail the hospital had, the only detail in these files. So I thought it would be good for you to know.
Oh, yeah.
It is. Thank you, Alice.
Is it? Well, whatever. Any information on his foster parents? Because that might be more relevant, perhaps.
Sorry.
So all we have to connect him to Crenel is the armor.
Even that is a small miracle. These organizations usually double-check their inventory. Thank you, Alice. Great work.
No problem, Lieutenant.
A compliment from Lieutenant Kitsuragi. Not bad.
No, not bad. Well, we have his name and service record now.
The name.
Thank you kindly.
This is very good. Ellis Kortenaer.
Sometimes police work is about human dignity, about giving back names to anonymous victims.
I'm glad the inquiry was helpful to your investigation, officer. Did you have any other questions?
No. Done with the radio for now.
In the cabin, you see a set of...
Thank you, Alice. Or what was her name? Already forgot. It was Alice, wasn't it? Yes, it was. So, well, that's something. But yeah, it also took its sweet time. So, at least we have cleared up stuff from Monday now. So, that's something. Add even more beauty to the wall. Well, we'll see about that. But yes, ask the folks in the fishing village about stuff. And before we do that, let me think a little bit about what we are wearing. Those ones are reaction speed, that might be good. Conceptualization might also be good. Empathy and hand-eye coordination, probably good. Logic, also good, but I have -2 on suggest. Perception on the shoes, interfacing, inland empire volition, and visual calculus. Perhaps we should change the hat then, but let me just think. Well, we could go with the authority one. Or we could go with logic. Maybe logic is good. We also have that one, inland empire. Yeah. We have encyclopedia, even more reaction speed. No, it's hard to know, of course, but what did I say? Yeah, maybe logic. Maybe logic will help. Who knows? We'll try. We'll try. And by the way, yes, I was also gonna travel, but I always forget where and how to do that. Fishman checks.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
Isn't she red-haired? Funnily enough, the girl in the church. Well, maybe not.
Nay, I haven't seen anyone lately.
Because she's blind, which you seem to have forgotten.
Oh, because you're blind, right?
It's a sharp one.
Yes.
She's being evasive.
There was a murder in Martinez. She might be a suspect. We would appreciate your help.
Would you now? I know how this world works, and it doesn't work when people tell on each other.
This is like when that man locked himself in the woodshed. We just need to help her come out.
No, it's not like that, man. With him, we called you. Right now, you just arrived by yourself, like a raven plucking at the window glass.
I see. You know something, but you have decided not to tell us.
There's not much to tell. People come and go. Now, was there something else?
I see, ma'am. I hope you don't mind if we look around anyway.
You should look around your shack. Maybe she's rented it out to others too.
Yes, and by the way, yes, floorboards. Were that the hint we needed to actually be able to work? Yeah, yes, it was.
As you look at the floorboards in this corner of the shack, it's clear one of them isn't quite level with the others. The edge of a floorboard next to it looks scratched.
Move the board aside.
Hollow space underneath the floorboards is dark and damp. You can barely make out the mixture of sand and sawdust below.
What's in here?
Nothing particular catches your eye. Looks like more reeds. There might be something hidden inside the sand, though. Something bad. Someone's night thoughts. A last resort. A bad...
Search. Yeah, no. Search through the sand and sawdust.
You stick your hand in and start combing through the sand. Dry, not like outside. Fine dust. And then something hard wrapped in paper.
Could it be a weapon?
A small cylindrical object. You pull it out. A bullet.
A bullet.
A 9mm bullet, to be exact. Fit for all muzzle loaders of that caliber. Like your own Villiers pistol, for example.
A bullet, interesting indeed.
Doesn't care. But maybe the washerwoman does. You have enough to confront her with. It's extra ammunition. She's locked and loaded. ready to fight some cops.
There we go. Yeah, I got a hint about those floorboards earlier today, but I couldn't do anything about them, which was frustrating. But I had to talk to
Our
the fishing
tenant,
guy.
the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
Why was there a bullet under the floorboards of their
Darn that
shack?
girl.
Mm-hmm.
And without anger, a long and harsh life has taught her not to buckle under pressure.
A bullet? You didn't put it there, did you? She did.
Gone and hid things in there? She's usually a good tenant, and not a stupid one either.
So, you rented the room to her?
Yes, I let my room to that Ruby girl. As I've done before when she's been in trouble or just looking for solitude. I've made it clear. We welcome all kinds of people here.
Yeah, that's why they let me in, after all. When was this?
She came last Friday, left on Monday in a hurry. What has she gotten herself into, that girl?
That's for the police to find out. Right there. Please answer each question to the best of your ability. I'm sure we have a few.
So, you said she left on Monday?
Yes, early with the dogs, around 8 o'clock, I think.
She probably heard the lieutenant's Kanema drive by, and it woke her up, just like it did you.
Kim, she must have heard your Kinema.
Yes. That is a downside of having a 130 kilowatt engine. It lets the bad guys know when you are coming.
Is the room exactly as she left it?
I cleaned it, like I always do.
Was there anything in there?
No.
The truth, sire.
What is she like, Ruby?
She's good company. Knows how to talk to an old woman. At my age, you don't get a lot of quality conversation. So I really appreciate that about her.
Did she talk to you much during her last stay?
No, she was mostly silent this time. Kept to herself. She tried not to let it show, but I could tell she hadn't come to fish. Usually she likes to cast a few lines, but this time she mostly stayed in her room.
Why do you think she left the bullet there?
How would I know? She's a gruff one, but not violent. She doesn't go around toting a gun.
You could ask her about your hunch, that it was a desperate measure. See if she thinks Ruby fits the bill.
I have a possible explanation in my mind.
Aye, do tell.
It's an exit plan.
Exit from what?
The world.
The lieutenant stops writing for a moment. He looks at you, then at the old woman.
No, she's a fighter.
She really believes that.
Did she have any technical equipment with her, like radio stuff?
Not that I know of, though she was into nice music. She once showed me a few mixtape millions she'd made.
Mm-hmm.
Although I guess she was pretty handy with the mechanical and technical stuff. Even fixed the heater in the shack. You should be thankful for that.
Where did she go?
I don't know. Further up the coast. She tried to leave quietly, but the hinges on that door screeched like a cat in heat. Woke me up. I heard her rushing in those heavy boots, heading up north.
It's a peninsula. She might be trapped.
You'll never find her, you know. She knows the coast like the back of her hand. You only just arrived.
I wouldn't worry about that, man. We are persistent.
Are you sure she didn't go somewhere more pleasant and less wet?
Yes, it's going to be too much work for you to find her. Better for you to stay here Get a nice cozy fire going in the heater.
The Feld electric mural. You feel like you should go look at it again. Step closer this time.
Ah. I have a few more questions about
What
Ruby.
more do you want to know about that poor girl?
Yeah, enough
Yes,
about Ruby.
let's hear those other questions.
I'm off.
She's a good girl.
She's a good girl. Well, we'll see about that. Let's talk to
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down
Lillian.
soon. I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast. What's on your mind, officer?
I'm looking for someone else, actually.
Oh? Who?
I'm looking for a suspect who might have stayed in this neighborhood
Okay. When did this person stay here?
very recently, over the past few days. He might have arrived on
Oh.
Friday.
I've been out on the sea for most of the past week. The weather's been good for fishing, so I usually start at 4 in the morning.
Really?
Yes, that's the optimal time. Got to make the most of the calm. I've been sleeping like a corpse after. The sea really takes its toll. Now I'm just waiting for the wind to settle to get out there again. Sorry I couldn't help you out. Maybe I can help you find someone else. Well, how can I assist you then, officer?
Be seeing you. Pum 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 pum. These guys then.
The legend returns. You know the deal, legend man. Smokes a smoky, pilsner, gets you drunk. You've already cleaned me out.
I guess not.
Tequila sunset.
Yeah. Have you seen a red-haired woman named Ruby around here
I can't
lately?
really remember seeing any women after losing my keys.
He really has no idea who this Ruby is, sire.
Oh. Well. And, well.
Uncle. Uncle.
There's
Yeah.
no...
Yeah, let him sleep. I think we got what we need.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches him.
Kids, have you seen any bad people around?
I don't think questioning 4-year-olds without their parents present is going to crack the case.
Then we're definitely doing it.
Bye, kids. Take care. Well, we also have the... This kid.
Hello, mister.
Do you know anyone named Ruby?
Ruby. Ruby. My mom tells me I'm a big girl, but she doesn't know that I can't say Earl. Or like, sometimes I can, but then Uller.
Kids.
Bye.
Bye. Well, yeah, I have a... Yeah, sure, the mural. Yeah, we should probably go and inspect that, especially since my inland empire or whatever it was already kind of hinted at me. But how about... I mean...
Welcome back.
Yeah. Have you seen a red-haired woman around? No, she was blonde.
No.
Just no?
Yes, no.
It's pretty desolate here. I only hear the dogs bark at night and see the shadows move down the coast.
Ah. That's good. No neighbors to complain about noise when you get the club going.
Exactly. It's our chance to turn the grim desolation into an overwhelmingly fun dance party.
Well. We might as well ask the other guys then.
What's on your mind?
Or maybe not. Tiago, yeah, that was his name, yes.
Yes, what is it?
Oh, the pale is still unknown. Have you seen anyone suspicious? Say, a woman named Ruby.
What? No, no one's suspicious around here.
She has not seen her, sire. 'Tis true.
Oh. Egghead. 42%. I have good luck with the dice rolls today, but not that good, it feels like. I can probably get slightly better interfacing, can't I? No, I can't. Can't.
It's good to see you. Goodbye, officer.
That's it for now. Yes, indeed. But yeah, let's go along the boardwalk again. We've been here a couple of times already today, trying to find traces of gunfire. Haven't really been that successful. And yes, I knocked away a thought I had earlier, which was a bad idea, probably. Oh, come on. Are you gonna walk like that? There's a slit in the concrete here. A sewer. Aha. Well, okay. And what can I do with that? Not much, it seems. Oh.
The light vanishes inside the concrete slit. The structure goes deep under the earth.
What's in there?
Maybe it's just a storm drain for the sewer.
Any idea what's down there?
No idea. Could be connected to one of the buildings around here.
Think we might find Ruby down there?
We might find her down somewhere. There's an old storm drain system beneath Martinez that's mostly collapsed. Revachel's sewage system has been built and rebuilt 4 or 5 times now. In conclusion, she could be under any building.
But not in there.
I hope not.
Hope not. Finish off, yeah. Well. No, they were kind of hinting that we should go and have a look at well, was it the Feld Electronic or which was what?
You see a once bright mural towering above you. The signage has peeled off over the years, but you can still make out Feld Electrical R&D. A slogan used to intertwine with the loops a long time ago. Now, only a shadow of peeled letters remains. It says, "Tomorrow is just a whisper away."
Step closer.
Above the mural, a collapsed roof, broken windows set in walls that are cracking and will soon also fall, and the coastal breeze rustling and sighing in the remains of the edifice. Feld Electrical. How ironic. All these dark rooms. Feld Electrical. You only know them as a small company that makes ink cartridges. Looks like they used to be big. There's something in the wind. Sometimes the only way to go forward is to fail first.
Why do I feel like I know this place?
Indeed. Somehow you knew it was here. An urban ruin, gutted by looters that once used to consume money and dispense warmth and light.
Could Ruby be in there?
In there? She could. Or she could be in the identical room over there. Or in that boat shack. In that church tower, maybe.
Why single out this one building?
Shivers. Listen to the wind. Oh, 83%. I mean, I've done most of what I can do, but I can probably get slightly better shivers actually. So let me get back to that. sorry. I'm pretty sure we can get shivers from some headgear, or am I totally forgetting about stuff? Yeah, what does this jacket give me? Empathy and hand-eye coordination. We can get shivers from this one. We can also get... oh yeah, what do I get from this one? Inland Empire and Volition. We could get shivers from that tie, apparently. Yeah, that's about it. Well, that should certainly
The once bright mural towers
help.
above you, saying, even though you're
97%.
sure you succeeded, all is quiet. There is no cold hand brushing against your forehead, no rustle in the reeds. The wind has died down. The ruin in front of you is silent as a tomb.
What was I even attempting to do here?
Trying to talk to the wind. The city, whatever you thought would happen, did not. And now you're just standing there with your hands fallen to your side. Is trying to talk to the city something you've done before? Is it in your secret repertoire? A trick for when you're out of ideas?
So, Lieutenant, she could be anywhere. How do we find her?
Do we? I was really hoping she'd be in the village. Okay. She's probably north of the village, and this place is a peninsula. We already scanned most of the outdoor areas on our wild cryptid hunt, so we have an understanding of the geography.
Yeah, I'm afraid she is in that freaking bunker.
And then there's the church. We've already searched that and can rule it out. I know it doesn't feel like progress, but exclusion is a step too. Anyway, we do it the old-fashioned way, sector by sector. Go over the whole peninsula, ask the locals, enter the places where we can enter first, like we did in the village.
And if that fails, if we don't find her?
Then, if we're desperate, we can look where we can't enter. Bunkers, storm drainage, this place. I'm sure it won't come to that.
Walk the coast, the old boardwalk, the reeds. You can always come back here and talk to the wind again. Look where it already got you.
Yes, well, leap. Yes, look where it got me precisely. I mean... sorry. Let's take this corner first then. Because this is a dead end, so to say. Might as well go here and see what we can find, if anything. Is this the same as earlier? Probably.
A row of ghostly shades facing a crumbling wall, with another 7 shades standing 10 meters. A cold behind this building.
Let's leave that one as it is. Something over there.
Always my pleasure.
Well, it doesn't help much, but here we have something new. Could the instigator be inside? I guess not, since nothing happened. The telltale sign of nothing happening. Oh, wait.
There's no way the perp is in here, officer. Look how scarred the boards are. All attempts to pry them off have failed.
Kim, you think she's in there?
The suspect? God, I hope not. I can't see a way in, though many have tried.
Can I try to get in?
Not this time. The opposition is insurmountable, but I like the spirit. Have some points. It's lonely and cold code without points.
Nothing more to do here then. Precisely. I have some points. I like how this game, I wouldn't say silently, but subtly mocks games as well, in a weird kind of way. Yeah, we have had this one earlier that I was, but yeah, no. That's where I got a sense of something and ignored it, which was perhaps stupid of me to do. Perhaps I should have had better perception now then, instead of shivers. Who knows, who knows? I certainly don't. I mean, I suspect she might be in that freaking bunker. Or whatever it is. Ah, sorry. Not that way, this way. Well, let's go up this coast here. This will most certainly take us here. This is the place I was referring to.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot.
Precisely. Hopeless to get into. Well, I mean, it's not a lot of stuff out here. It's a radio tower up here. And that's about it. Return to Feldmural and consult the wind if you don't know what to do. Other than that, keep searching the coast. Well, I guess we should return to the Feldmural then. Because right now I don't know what to do. It might be that I would have needed better perception gear. But yeah, well, hello. There's a freaking ship here. That one wasn't there before. He says and runs the other way. Is it the fishing boat for Lillian, or whatever her name was? Might be, but as I said, yeah, it sure as hell wasn't here before. But maybe she's getting ready to head out. Got stuck on something. Now it's like it's further up the coast than where Lillian is. No, it's here. Is that... Oh yeah, it's her. I was suspecting that.
I'll just keep the
Joyce.
Cordelechi in the channel, if that's okay. It's too shallow near the pier. Hi, ma'am. And it's a jetty, by the way. Of course. Jetty. I prefer a good jetty to a pier any day. Jetty.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, detectives. It's good to see you here. I only just arrived myself.
What brings you here, madame?
Nothing, really. I've had my eye on this jetty for weeks now, so I decided to investigate it personally. This cluster of buildings isn't on any of the official maps, as far as I can tell.
That. And she's also keeping an eye on you.
Have you been spying on us?
Spying has such a negative connotation. I did track your progress along the coast, however, and decided I would be better able to assist you from here.
Yeah, probably true.
Then there's the matter of that little scamp in old lady clothes. She threatened to paint the Cordelechi red. Like blood, you see. Well, I like it the way it is. White.
What is this? Destruction of property? Hooliganism? Elder abuse?
Sounds like Saint of the Skull, all right. You want me to book her?
No need. Lillian and I are getting on much better. For one, she appreciates the concept of rent.
So, how do you like it here?
How do I like it?
Water drips down eaves of Eternite. The jetty below her feet creaks to the smell of salt and dog shit in the background.
It's pornographically poor. The street has no name. All the men are dead or missing. And is that the carcass of a motor carriage over there?
Yes, that one.
I'm surprised that woman hasn't put me to the sword yet. Maybe she will. You should ask your questions while you can.
Dark eyes survey the coast leading up to Martinez. Dull grey metal rests in her scabbard. A sword. The wind is too loud for her to hear.
Fortunately for you, madame, the RCM is on the scene.
All right. Politics time. Let's react.
Yes, yes.
Real politics. Real thoughts in your head.
You're right to be scared. This is all your fault. You're in no danger. The working class have no idea what's happening, so try not to be scared. This is just how the real city looks.
Oh, I'm not frightened, officer. I'd never...
Above you, there forms a quilt of altocumulus clouds, twisting into each other. The wind tugs and stretches them over the bay. Their cloud shadows slide over the ruins of Revachol West. Wherever they pass, the temperature drops slightly, but perceptibly.
Have I told you how they discovered this place?
This fishing village?
No, they're in Celindian, Isola.
What's an Isola exactly?
I'm guessing you don't know then?
No, you haven't told me.
Well, your condition has left you no worse off than most of these people. The literacy rate is around 45% west of the river. 50 years of occupation have left these people in an oblivion of poverty.
45% is around where I operate. Things are getting better though.
I knew you would sympathize. Most Revacholians will never know what this place means. Our home. This island of matter. Or why they were ferried over in the first place. Remind me to tell you one day. For now, how can I assist you in this new location?
Tell me now, we have time. Do we?
I hear you have singled out a suspect and are in pursuit. This is cause for cautious optimism. I would not want to delay you. Maybe there is something else I can assist you with while you're hot in pursuit.
Okay, well, okay. No, thank you. That's all for now. Let's leave. So, Lillian.
The sea's gonna calm down soon. I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast.
So. But yeah, back to Feld Electronics then to listen for stuff. But yeah, this house is also a little bit annoying, if we put it that way. Did I find out anything more that I could talk to?
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up. What more do you want to know about that pool?
No.
Yes, let's see if us.
No. No. Let's go then. Yes, go back and sense stuff at that mural. Okay, apparently not this way. Yes, it should be possible to go up here. Yes. Keep forgetting. Here we are.
The once bright mural towers above you, saying, suddenly there's a sigh carried on the molecules around you, moving, flowing from high pressure to low pressure, like that of a woman emptying her lungs. She wraps the collapsing stone box in front of you in her breath, flowing through it.
Where does it go?
In through the collapsed roof, flowing down a concrete staircase to the basement, sweeping away footprints in the dust on the stairs, and then the beach below the boardwalk, its winding tunnels, a whisper away.
What's happening?
She's down there.
I think she's down there, below this building.
Okay. Why?
Ever since I woke up, maybe even before, I've been getting these strange cold spells.
Good. Yes, cold spells. So basically your hangover is telling you she's down there?
Yes, I can literally talk to my hangover. That's how bad it has gotten.
Right. How do we get in now? The doors were on the collapsed side of this building. They're gone, basically.
Finally, my time to shine.
There's a ladder next to the sign. Yeah, I tried that one earlier actually, but it didn't work. Perhaps we can climb it.
Perhaps you can climb them. We are not climbing anything. I'm 43 years old, and I plan to live to see 70.
Well, perhaps I can.
A rusty ladder leads to the rooftop. Some of the rungs are missing.
Yeah, it didn't look.
That doesn't look good at all.
Assess the situation.
The distances between the remaining rungs are rather wide. You'd have to use the mounting brackets. However, they seem corroded and the peeling rust is razor sharp.
Okay.
In addition, the first rung is going to be tough to reach. It's what, 3 meters above the ground, and you're 180?
180 seems about right.
Not to mention that the roof is collapsing and the wind gets pretty brutal up there. Dismounting from the ladder is going to be hard. Perhaps if you were to not climb the ladder. Instead... What if you were to reconceptualize climbing the ladder?
What if I don't climb? What if I just teleport?
Teleportation is not a thing.
Teleportation is a thing, just needs a bit of concentration.
Okay, let's say teleportation is a thing. Wouldn't you need some kind of scientific apparatus to create a teleportation field? You can't just do it without apparatus.
What are they talking about?
Teleportation, Mikhail. It's generally thought impossible.
It won't hurt to try.
Oh, yes, it could hurt.
It could hurt.
He is restraining himself from using a parental tone with you right now.
Savoir-faire. Yeah, we could try to boost that one. It's not easy because I don't have a bunch of good stuff, but we could increase this one to begin with. And then we could go and check our... I don't have any savoir-faire reducing stuff on me, that's good. Because that's usually the case. I don't think I have that much savoir-faire increasing stuff. That one, those ones. Good. I didn't remember those. But that's true. Oops. Sorry, where are we? Here somewhere. Yeah, maybe that will be
The rusty ladder
kind
leads
of
to
enough.
the rooftop. All you need
Yes,
to do is close your eyes and concentrate. Darkness enfolds you. You can feel the distance between the bench and the first rung of the ladder. All you need to is...
do it.
Zoot, zap, pow, crinkle. It's like magic. You feel yourself disappear, your atoms fading out of existence.
Oh my god, I can't believe it.
Bam! You find yourself on the roof, having mastered the art of physical displacement.
I did it, game. I teleported. Don't gloat, just stand there like a Samaran master.
You know, for the record, you didn't teleport there. You just climbed the ladder with your eyes closed.
The wind at the top of the building starts howling loudly, blowing away the lieutenant's voice. Faintly you hear...
Never mind. Find a way to let me in when you get inside. Don't go adventuring with a backup, especially if we think the suspect may be hiding here.
Yes, yes, that's true. That's so true. Central support beam has been destroyed by artillery fire. Well, I guess we... Can we go that way? No, we can't really. So I guess we're going downstairs. Indeed we are. Well. Now I have my savoir-faire stuff on me. And shiver stuff, which might not be the most ideal. But who knows? It always depends on what the hell shows up. Visual calculus might be working out. Empathy and hand-eye coordination, maybe. Maybe, just maybe. Who knows? I certainly don't, because I don't know what's coming up. Oh yeah, no. Tools. It's time for a flashlight. And who knows, maybe even for a pistol. Well, I would prefer to have them the other way around. There we go. Just for the sake of it. Postcard. Martinez 98, indeed. Can barely see out. I wasn't trying to see out. I was trying to let Kim in. Oh yeah, it's a multi-story building, that's true. So yes. Antiquated office furniture. Collapse nearly sealed the basement, one can barely squeeze by. There you are, Kim.
2 rusty metal plates that slide apart form a crude door. It's been here under the boardwalk for a while.
Who's there?
What do you mean, who's there? It's me, Kim. Stop playing around and help me get...
Yes, yes. Sorry, Kim.
The doors seem to be on rails, but they've gotten jammed. You grab a side and put some strength into prying it open. With the help of your partner, the two metal panels slide open with a creak.
Huh. I hope no one dangerous heard that. After you climbed up to the roof, you mean? There's a maintenance entrance under the boardwalk. It's next to a drain pipe, possibly a storm drain. It was easy to miss before.
Could have saved me the effort, yes, precisely.
At least now we have an exit, so let's get going. It's time to investigate these passages.
In the beam of the flashlight, a crevice in the wall. Well, aren't I glad I have the flashlight then? Oh, it was actually possible to get in there. Stale fabric smell and dust. No one slept here in months, maybe years. A revolutionary's hat. What does that one do then? Oh yeah, that's true. We found the postcard. Revolutionary's hat. +1 to Masovian socioeconomics. Friendly neighborhood coming out. We'll wait with that. Revolutionary propaganda on the bunk pad, ancient flyers and brochures. Pots and plates full of dust and spider webs.
A mustachioed and mutton-chopped man, amateurishly depicted, gazes at you with sad eyes. A plaque reads, K. Mazov. There is a spider web in the lower left corner of the portrait.
Brush the dust of the portrait.
Years' worth of dust is shaken off. The full head of hair, matched by an ample moustache and sideburns, look a bit silly. Someone crouches, heels digging into wet sand. Hands sweep across the sand. Grains stick into the frayed skin of the fingertips. An old man sits on a slab of concrete and taps his fingers against the glass of a scope. You shudder.
Krasmasov, what a troublemaker he was.
Looks like some latter-day radicals were hiding out here. They left a long time ago.
How long?
Half a century. This was probably part of the network of defense posts the communards built against the amphibious landing. I think the purpose of this bunker was to produce propaganda. It would have had radio equipment back then, but that's all been looted.
What's with all these secret weapon caches and secret bunkers?
We have found a lot of those lately. I guess what most people think of as history tends to linger in rundown neighborhoods. Martinez being what it is, no one has gone through the trouble of cleaning out the old bunkers.
Good hiding place for someone who's up to no good.
Maybe I should move in here. Seems cozy.
I won't stand in your way, but only after we're through with this case.
Yeah, that's true. Could it be connected to the Mazov bust we found in the students' room?
Millions of depictions of Mazov have been produced.
Yeah,
they're not all
guess
connected.
so.
Besides, that looked like some student. The youths always go for this kind of stuff.
Could someone have stopped through here recently?
You mean like Ruby? No, I think we've stumbled on a piece of history.
Yeah, certainly seems that way. Same slit window you saw from the outside.
Could this have been the killer's hideout? And this narrow window, the point of origin of the shot that killed the mercenary? This does look like an embrasure, a slit made for shooting out of.
Yeah, sure, but...
Outside the window, another day. The beach sand soaks up the drizzling rain, growing darker and darker.
Could the killer have used this as a hideout?
And Mazovianism and murder are certainly not mutually exclusive. But there hasn't been anyone here in ages.
I can't see the whirling in rags. The shot didn't come from here.
Indeed. No one could get a clear view. Well, at least we've been thorough. I like thorough.
The lieutenant's voice betrays a slight disappointment, which he glosses over by reasserting control.
In fact, I think we're done with this bunker. After you.
After you, officer. I mean, there's a lot of other stuff as well. Oh. Intersolary suit jacket. Or what did it say? I think that's what it said. Is that more appropriate for what we're doing now than my pinball maker's jacket coat? Pinball maker's coat. Empathy, hand-eye coordination. +1 suggestion. Ah. No. No, it's not. Might have used for that later. I mean, I guess this one is leading down to the basement, yeah. Oh, okay, sorry. That's the way we... Yeah, that's the way I came. I should have realized that. But I didn't. Footsteps. Blueprints in the sand. One of the souls appear to be more worn than the other. Doesn't that sound familiar? It does. An unnatural buzzing in the air. Well, that's probably from the radio stuff she's working with. Tunnel collapsed. Getting louder, the buzzing sound. Bet
There
it is.
again, like a swarm of hornets buzzing under your scalp. A strange tingling you can almost smell.
Lieutenant, do you feel something?
No. What do you mean?
A pain, a strange
I
tingling.
don't feel it, but we should still be careful. There were footprints back there, and I'm pretty sure they were fresh.
Footprints with the right soul worn smooth.
Looks like our suspect. If she's in here, we need to plan our next step carefully. Once we detain a credible suspect, who knows what the Union and the Wild Pines will do? We'll set in motion events we have no control over.
You will upset the balance of power in Martinez. The deadlock between the company and the Union will destabilize. This part of town is a fine clockwork puzzle. Disturb its peace, and it will start breaking down uncontrollably. Keep calm. Go over the whole situation in detail.
We found out Everard's plan to take the harbor. Maybe we should tell Joyce about it.
I leave that to your judgment. You already know what I think about cross-pollinating information like this. It's dangerous, but...
He just can't be sure. Maybe it will yield something useful.
We know what Joyce knows about the murder, but I might have other things to discuss with her.
Yes, there won't be time for that once things go down. Matter of fact, I don't think there's time for it now, but...
If you must.
Do you think whatever happens will affect our cryptozoologist? How bad do you think things could get?
Well, we are not responsible for what we can't predict, are we? I don't think the entire city will be razed to the ground.
If you can't predict it, there's nothing you could have done.
What do you think is waiting for us there?
I think I see a cavern. Maybe more cellars? I think we've been careful enough. We still have the element of surprise.
I wouldn't be so sure. You haven't exactly been sneaking.
Or maybe not. Either way, once we go deeper, there will be no turning back.
Okay. Well, I didn't really have anything else to talk with Joyce about, I think. Concrete pipe buried in sand and dust. And there we found a polar anorak. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. +1 composure and +1 shivers. composure. I mean, who knows? Hand-eye coordination might also be good, though.
Suddenly, your entire body is paralyzed. Aggressive white noise fills your skull. A strange pain, like you've never felt before. Through the static, you hear a woman's voice. It's like 1,000 radio stations are being blasted into your head all at once. But her words are the only ones you can make out.
I know you're feeling pretty uncomfortable right now. Don't move too much or fight it. That'll just make it worse. Can't say it's a pleasure, officer. I was really hoping not to make your acquaintance. But here we are.
As she says the word, officer, you feel a spike in the agony. It sounds like the entire radio frequency range is screaming directly into your neural pathways.
Don't cover my ears.
That's an awful decision. Why would you not want to shield yourself from it? It's an entirely new type of experience. Way worse than all the previous ones. Don't focus on the pain. Focus on doing your job. Tell her she's under arrest.
You're under arrest.
Really now? Check this out.
You're overwhelmed with a new surge of violent static. It feels like a blood vessel exploded in your brain.
You're gonna kill me too?
No, I'm not going to fucking kill you. If that had been my plan, you'd be dead already. All things considered, I'm being pretty reasonable here. I'm using a pale latitude compressor. You and your partner have been caught in its field.
The explosion of static you're hearing, it's the ULAN frequency.
I only have one health stuff left, so...
Blasted from that pale emitter that Angus mentioned.
I saw your equation. It's the ULAN frequency.
Saw my equations? You've been sniffing through my lorry, right? I expected as much. I am a bit surprised you knew what you were looking at. A pale latitude compressor is used to sort of make the pale more manageable. With a lot of these, you can force a radio signal grid on the pale, literally crunch the distance across it. Signals are relayed across a series of repeater stations fixed to buoys. Not a fun job manning those stations. All alone out there in the pale, people lose their minds in just a few years.
You don't say.
So, what we are experiencing is a concentration of radio waves.
Precisely. This is an industrial strength paraboloid. It's meant for forcing dimensions on something that doesn't have them. Needless to say, the frequencies used are out of this world. At the upper limit is the large prime number generator station. It's used specifically for pale latitude compression. That's why you may be hearing some numbers. But you might also hear, or think you're hearing, local radio chatter.
She likes telling you about the machine. Keep her talking. Look for an opportunity to break loose.
What's this goddamn pale anyway?
The pale? It's the end of the world.
Oh. How did you get your hands on this thing?
Myself.
And she's proud of it too. As she ought to be. This is way beyond your abilities.
That's illegal. I'm guessing it's patented. But we are beyond that, aren't we?
Oh yeah. Way beyond.
Will I stay like this forever?
No. Once I shut down the compressor, the pain will end. It may take a few minutes for you to steady yourself, though. It's a bit like waking out of a very confusing dream.
Finish. By the way, so yes. probably Estonian language might be similar. Have you experienced the compressor yourself?
Yeah, I stuck my head in there before using it on you. It seemed like the ethical thing to do. Can't say that I enjoyed it. The field was weaker, but I can imagine what you're going through.
This is all great, but let's talk about the man who was killed.
Yeah, let's not talk about that shit. You were hunting me and fell into my trap instead. That's all there is to say about it.
So she thinks of you as hunters, not cops, and of herself merely as prey.
Please, could you just turn it down so I can ask you something?
If you've got something really important to say, you can do it through the white noise.
You're looking for a deal with my mattress.
God damn it.
She regards even Kim with sudden sympathy, huh?
Fine. If you really want to talk, I can dial it down. I've also got a gun, by the way.
Okay, pain lessons. Thank you.
She's carrying a 2-barrel front loader. Remain careful. Well, it doesn't feel much better, but you can form sentences now. Thinking doesn't seem to hurt as much.
Oh, that's better.
There's only 3 meters between you and the machine. If you keep her distracted for long enough, maybe. Be careful when you make your move. That'll be it for questions. Bide your time.
How did you know we were coming?
I heard you in the passages, and I've been preparing for quite a while.
By hiding bullets under floorboards?
So you found my shack, huh? I'm not surprised.
She didn't rat you out, by the way, the washerwoman.
So nice. That's one knife I didn't want to find to my back.
So, you were preparing for the worst?
I was. Before I caught you in the pale latitude compressor. I'm fine now.
That's her admitting the bullet was an emergency exit.
Did you shoot Lily?
No, I didn't do it. I only helped stage the lynching, though I doubt that makes much of a difference to you.
No, it makes a difference.
Who ratted me out, by the way? Was it Titus? No, he wouldn't have broken first.
It was your girlfriend, she cracked. You're right, Classy was the first to share her suspicions.
Oh, I knew the kitten had claws, but not like this. But she couldn't have known I was on the coast. How did you find me?
Your first guess wasn't entirely off.
Titus and his boys, man. They told us you were on the coast.
Even now, Kim is a paragon of professionalism. He is trying to make a clean cut of telling her she was betrayed.
Well, fuck. Those guys liked me, I know it. If this is what happens to people whom people like...
A dull despair is creeping into her voice.
How the fuck do the rest of you get by?
Wait, wasn't it you who called me the human can opener? It's not personal. I opened them up.
I did, didn't I? Now you've come for me. Fuck them all the same.
I do it by asking questions. I have some for
Like
you.
what? I already told you I didn't do it.
Yeah, that's true.
A strong moral compass. She still wants the opportunity to make a case for herself.
Would you say that Lily was a likable
I
person?
didn't like him. Hardened mercenaries aren't particularly likable types.
Did you feel protective of the Union?
Yeah, sure. And I didn't like Wild Pines sending in those foreign hirelings. Me and a fuck ton of other people around here.
You don't feel sympathy for mercs? It's
Plenty
hard
of
work.
fucking people who don't come with that kind of body count.
Yeah,
Besides, they're paid well for what they do.
true.
I'm listening.
You have a
And?
gun, yes. I see it's a front loader. Do you have another gun somewhere?
Sure don't.
A breech loader?
No.
This is such a wipeout.
Where did you
The
get
gun
it?
store.
What
Trigger
gun store?
Happy Jacks.
That doesn't sound like the name of a
What
real
did
store.
you think? That I'm going to squeal on my gun supplier? Sorry, I'm not that kind of gal.
I can't quite tell what kind of gun it is.
A Nachtway 80 front loader. 2-barreled. Not really what you were looking for, I'm guessing.
Correct.
That merc was probably shot from a distance with a military-grade rifle. Otherwise, everyone at the whirling would have heard the shot downstairs.
There's other evidence I want to ask
Yeah,
about.
Evidence.
Do you have an alibi?
Man, I was with the boys the whole night. I hope they at least bothered to impress that upon me.
There were 10 minutes they couldn't account for. They did say you left to take a really long leak, 15 minutes.
Yeah, and I'm sure they also made some funny remarks about it. They always do. I've driven a lot of long haul and chugged a lot of beer, man. Can't do either without some power of mind over bladder. And anyway, that wouldn't have been enough time.
Our investigation has shown... Hold on, no one takes a 15-minute leak
Look,
now,
fuck you,
precisely.
man. I might also have stopped by the bar.
She speaketh truth.
Our investigation has shown that 15 minutes was just enough time to commit the murder.
Wow. Now I'm curious. Please, explain.
Play pinball much?
No. Not since I was 14 and hanging out in the only diner in Dardun. Haven't been into low-risk, no-reward games since moving to the city. Why?
There's some mysterious pinball machines in some pretty mysterious rooms in the whirling.
Yeah, and probably some ghosts from the time of the suzerain. I'm not really interested in supernatural mysteries.
Wait, what kinds of mysteries interest you? What about elevators? Do you like elevators?
The fuck do elevators have to do with anything?
Do you or don't you?
Not particularly.
Why not?
Why are you so hung up on elevators?
That's a pretty good question, actually. She clearly doesn't know anything about the secret passage.
Not even quaint old rickety ones?
I'm not really into old shit for old shit's sake.
God damn it!
Look, there's a secret way from the ground floor of the whirling to the roof.
Don't know it, but also...
Evaluating your competence as a police officer.
The shot couldn't have come from the roof. Or we would have all heard it downstairs.
Yeah,
She has
if it wasn't suppressed.
there. No one mentioned.
That didn't go super well. You've got to lay something better on her.
Did you leave any flowers for Classy on the roof?
No. Gifts of flowers and candy aren't really my style.
They weren't just flowers, they were symbols of the revolution.
So now I'm leaving revolutionary symbols around? Come on.
Okay, so but Clausio's mourning, I will try that.
I never did understand why, when someone dies, a hothouse's worth of flowers has to die too.
Fair. Okay, so you didn't leave Mabel's.
No, I did not.
Do you like to hang out on rooftops?
Who doesn't? Oh, you probably mean Clausia's rooftop. Sure, I've hung out there. She's got this great antenna.
Is that the only reason you hung out on the roof?
The view's pretty bomb too. But you might say the antenna was the main attraction there, yeah. Along with Clausia.
What's so great about her antenna?
Very powerful. I used it to tune into RCM frequencies. That's how I knew to be prepared for your arrival.
So, you're sure you didn't shoot the Merc?
And anyway, as I said before, the shot had to have come from afar.
You're running drugs for the union. I've been through your lorry.
So, Heart of Gold Tommy fucked me over too. Never trust a musician.
No, he didn't. I found my own way in.
Okay, great. You got into my lorry on your own. What now? You're going to arrest me for drug trafficking?
You're a criminal. I can't trust anything you say.
That's your prerogative.
You had a financial incentive to kill the Merc.
Man, it's to get away from all that murderous shit that I left Jamrock, my previous employer, for the union.
She deliberately avoided naming the mob she worked for. You might be able to find this out later.
I got lucky being a dispatcher. Never had to do any of the really dirty work myself. This gun has only been used for self-defense against serious scum.
But you're threatening us with it.
Based on what I've heard about you, you are serious scum.
Yeah, okay, let's take a step back.
Yeah? Where?
More questions before doing anything.
Who killed the Merc if it wasn't you?
How should I know? As I keep saying, he already had a bullet in his head when I got to him, and there hasn't been any useful gossip over the radio.
Those rings around her eyes, her tired voice. She's been staying up late, listening in on the conversations crisscrossing.
I will see. It will probably be a good time to wrap up after this. This conversation certainly seems to take its sweet time, which is okay. It's a critical point, I will say. Yes. You've been following the case.
Who hasn't? You know, I can still see him there, in Clausia's room, lying on his side. He was still warm, but the bluish light coming through the broken window made him look as though he'd been dead for a good long while.
What happened Sunday night? Tell me your version.
She eyes you warily, as though gauging your sincerity.
Yeah, I'm sincere.
We just want to...
I wish I would have worn my armor.
All
that
right,
would probably
don't
have
kill
helped
yourself
a little
over
bit.
it. I was shooting the shit with Hardie and the boys over a few beers, like always. Then Clausia comes in, all pale and shuddering. She sits down with a drink, trying to steady her nerves. So I grab a seat next to her.
Wait, did she also seem high to you?
Oh yeah, super. But I didn't think too much of it at first. I'd seen her party hard before.
Clausia said you knew something was wrong immediately.
No, I really didn't. She's not that easy to read. I just assumed she'd done too much blow. It wouldn't be a first for her. But no such luck. She was in some deep shit. She asked me to come upstairs. The merc she'd been going with was lying on the bedroom floor, dead. I knew she couldn't get the authorities involved, so yeah.
You made it look like he'd been hanged.
It's pretty weird that you came up with this plan right on the spot. Or, how did you manage to come up with the plan so quickly?
What? No. Faking a lynching was her idea.
Her idea?
Yeah, in cold blood. It really surprised me how quickly she was able to get a hold of herself once we got up there. It was like she was another person. The party girl was gone. She asked me to help her drag him into the shower so she could wind the shower head around his neck to fake lividity. Then she dressed him while I went to get the Hardie Boys.
Showerhead, resourceful.
Yeah. I wasn't sure whether to admire her or be disturbed.
Do you think she killed Lily herself?
As I keep telling you cops, we didn't hear anything downstairs. No gunshot, nothing.
But even if this is true, weren't you worried this lynching might lead to...
War? The thought crossed my mind. But the mercenary's death was going to have repercussions either way. Although the way things are going...
She doesn't want to talk about this, but not because she has something to hide. She doesn't want the guilt.
Fuck it. I'm not responsible for these people after what they did to me.
If you didn't kill him, why hide?
I saw you roll into town. I wasn't about to stick around for questioning by a goddamn La Puta Madre agent.
So this is what she was scared to tell Titus. This cop.
What do you mean, La Puta Madre agent?
Yes, you. Everyone says you're his peon, his human can opener.
Oops.
Through the sudden sharp pain in your head, you hear the lieutenant mumble something to himself. Fucking hell. And why me? You hear through the white noise. It's especially bad suddenly. Felt like a vein exploded.
Who's everyone? How do you know this?
Everyone in Jamrock. The cops, the criminals. Why do you think I'm holed up in here with a goddamn death ray waiting for you?
If she knows that about you, she must know your real name too.
Tell me what's my name. If you know that about me, you must know my name.
Harry Dubois. One corrupt motherfucker with the disco pants and the funny tie. Agent to La Puta Madre.
So she knows your name. That doesn't mean you're on the tape. Criminals make up bogeyman stories about cops all the time. All of this just means that you're effective. Criminals know you and are scared of you.
I heard of La Puta Madre. He's dangerous, right?
Is that a joke or a threat? I'm guessing both.
I'm sorry, I know I'm supposed to know all about this, but I lost my memory recently.
Yeah, sure.
She doesn't believe you.
I'm sure La Puta Madre himself will explain it all to you soon enough.
What did you do to this Madre anyway?
You've been to my lorry. You think the biggest player in Jamrock appreciates competition? Now I have Harry Can Opener in my lair. Fucking Titus.
She's not going to change her mind that easily. She still perceives you as a...
I might be about to die here, which we'll probably call it a day then, but we'll see.
Possibly small, but she said you rolled into town. Was that you singular or plural? She might know something.
When I came into town, was there anyone with me?
Yeah, you had your death squad with you. What happened to them anyway?
I don't know what happened to them. Who was in this squad?
Sure you do. I bet they're just outside waiting. I guess I'll take my chances. Well, it wasn't this scrawny dude. You had two guys and a lady. The guys looked pretty buff. Lady wasn't bad either.
Huh. What else can you tell me?
One of the guys seemed chipper, a blonde. The other had a brooding something or other about him. And the woman was the only one in uniform. All were carrying.
Chipper blonde. Well, those two are probably in the ones that are in the whirling in rags. The woman and the brooding guy. The chipper blonde one? Oh, well.
That sound about right?
No idea who these people are. Literally.
Yeah. Well, I might have some idea, but yeah, I agree.
Satellite Officer Vicmere looks out of the window grimly, then puts his coffee down and turns to Patrol Officer Miller. We could either take a room here in the whirling or go home for today.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go home, Jean. Nothing's going to happen today, she responds quietly. Jean takes his blonde wig off. Call Heidelstein. He can give us a ride.
I think I know them. They are in Martinez.
Friction, lock, set.
Don't leave me here. Please delete.
Fantastic. I've got to get on the road. Then you can go find your friends. Unless you have anything pressing to ask me.
Well, do you know about the bunker next door?
What bunker?
Communist holdout back there.
Don't know anything about it. No one's been around since I set up camp. But I'm sure I'm not the first vagabond to...
Oh, yeah, I'm dying here.
You feel something in your chest, an unnatural pressure.
God damn it.
Spreading to your left arm, your jaw. Yeah, screaming isn't happening on account of extreme shortness. All you feel is pain. The cop suffers final heart attack. A detective lieutenant of the RCM passed away yesterday. His death, though...
Oh, that was quite a way back, but we'll get this one going next weekend then. And we'll remember to prepare a little bit with more drugs and perhaps actually drink a beer or something that might help before. We'll need to look into that. But yeah, well, we're getting places, that's for sure. But yes, we do need to load in again. I mean, that was an hour ago. Seems about right. I thought it saved a little bit more often than that, but sure, we've been doing a lot of stuff afterwards, actually. So, that's it for today then. So, thank you for dropping by. I'll be back Tuesday, most likely with more trucking. And Disco Elysium back on the weekend. So, thanks for today. Bye-bye.